Hello and welcome everybody to SRS 84. I am Genie7, joined by Shades. Shades, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. It is going to be a great night. Only 15 more SLSs after this one till we get the big 100, so that's exciting. Counting down.
That'll be crazy.
And we've got some great teams to start off with. We've got Krak versus, well, forgive us, we're not sure how to pronounce emoji, so we're going to call them Smile Moon.
I was gonna say we could call them Moon, but
Moon. A very
Moon
good meme indeed. A classic.
Yeah. I don't know. I love how we have so many question marks and exclamation marks, and I love how we have emojis. It's always just fun to have fun team names.
Yeah, absolutely love it. And honestly, one of the better Splatoon puns as well I've seen in the team name for Krak. In terms of people that are on it, I'm not too familiar with people on Smile Moon, but Kipu, pretty sure, is a support player. Genesis is, if everybody remembers Ledge Demon, that really good Carbon player from S2. We're pretty sure that is them.
Oh, for sure. That'll be somebody definitely to watch. Especially with this first game going to be Rainmaker on Macklemore. A mode which has had a lot of changes going into Splatoon 3 on a map that is still... It feels, of all the Splatoon 2 maps in Splatoon 3, it feels the same as Splatoon 2. I was going to say Splatoon 1.
Yeah, but I don't really think that's a bad thing because of how balanced Mako was back in S2. It was a map that most people liked, and generally speaking, your weapon was going to do pretty well on it.
Yes, that's what most of the problems are with the other Splatoon maps. They've changed a lot. That's why this one will feel nice and familiar. We have added checkpoints to Rainmaker. That is...
great.
Amazing, because Rainmaker maps don't end immediately anymore. You have to hit the checkpoint, and then Rainmaker maps can end immediately. So it's immediately with an asterisk of the checkpoint.
Yeah, it makes it so much more doable. One wipe does not kill you anymore. It would be interesting to see how it plays out on Black Belly with checkpoints. But this isn't Black Belly, this is Mako Mark, so here we go, teams loading in. We do see Genesis is holding that Carbon player, and I see an E-Leader on the side of Smile Moon, so that makes me very, very happy.
E-Leader's a risky pick on Rainmaker. If you miss your shot, it'll be difficult to stop that Rainmaker, but it's always a strong weapon, especially without ink armor. As we see the early pop going to Smile Moon, and members of On Krak are falling. That's going to be Genesis rolling backwards, and the Rainmaker from Smile Moon should start making their way towards this first goal. They are going to be going to the left side to that checkpoint. So far, so good. Uncontested from On Krak. They're just going to be giving out that first checkpoint really, really quick.
Yeah, also very smart that E-Leader was the one to pick up the Rainmaker. They're going to be the least able to do anything in a push, so you want to have that anchor player carrying the objective.
Well, they
and it looks like
going. That's 3 down. It's just going to be Genesis. They're the last ones alive, and they're gone. Justice Jr., can the bomb get the kills? They cannot, and that's going to be Smile Moon taking game 1 really quickly. Even though checkpoints are in this game, that doesn't mean Rainmaker is still not Rainmaker.
Well, like you said, immediately with an asterisk.
Yeah, that was beyond quick. The Rainmaker it's deceiving. You think, oh, the Rainmaker's at the pedestal. It's not really going to go very far, very fast. It's at the pedestal at 52. That's pretty darn close to the goal for Rainmaker standards. And it's realistically just a straight shot.
And can we talk about how clutch that crab tank was on the side of Smile Moon? Because I'm pretty sure that's what cleared out the 3 members of the team for On Krak, so that way they could get to that. So that way they could get to the goal.
Yeah, did you feel like at any point in time there was a good opportunity for On Krak to try and make their way back into that game? Or did you just feel like they got wiped from specials?
They just got wiped from specials. They got hit with a sledgehammer. The E-Leader was running Respawn Punisher, so of course that doesn't help either. It decreases the amount of special that you save when you die. It increases your respawn time, and with such a fast moving mode, you don't want that.
Yeah, that is something that's difficult. And E-Leader is really, really strong in a lot of maps in this game, from my personal experience of playing E-Leader and just watching other tournaments. Scorch Gorge, our next map. Even though it's Clan Blitz, another mode that often snipers have been not often preferred, especially E-Leader. Do you believe that the E-Leader is almost a guaranteed lock to come out on Scorch Gorge, no matter what mode it is?
I don't know. Personally, as similar as Scorched Gorge is to Inkslot from the second game, sorry. I'm forgetting that we don't have just 2 games. We've got 3 now.
Yes. Again, we're gonna be confusing that all day.
It's a very wonky sniper map because of the grape. You're vulnerable up there. You can't just dip down into your ink to hide. There is actually not a ton of decent cover for where most of the action is. So I could see them swapping off to something else. Then again, some people are just in their glory moment right now where they have been set up with not being able to play anchor weapons for how long did we have the missile armor meta? And they just won't, they'll just insta-lock their backline and be like, yep, I'm playing this and there's nothing you can do about it.
That is
so
that is very funny. Very, 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 very true. We see the comps coming, Reflux. I love Reflux. Sorry, I love Reflux. Not the missiles. I hate the missiles. I wish it had a different special, but I love Reflux. It's a very fun weapon to use.
Missiles are going to be pretty useful for displacing that E-Leader, which was taken out. Kipu on the other side. Hyde has a heavy, which is a bit more mobile of a backline. I like that pick for Clan Blitz. I think it's really good on this stage, especially with Blades.
Yes, I tend to agree as a former heavy entrepreneur as well, but these kills are coming out kind of on either side, but it's favoring no one, because both teams have evenly traded. The respawn Punisher, though, will slowly burn away on Krak as they are losing their members, and their respawns are just a little bit longer, allowing Smile Moon to take this control of top mid. Getting some clams under control will be their next priority.
Yeah, the Wavebreaker is going to come out. That's going to make sure that the members of Krak can't really hide, but 2 members down on the side of Smile Moon. Not what you want to see. The E-Leader is going to have to back up here.
E-Leader backing up is something that should give them a lot more space. Giving up that positioning of the high ground is often is a little bit more risky to get back in, but it's a smart decision now that they have some of the members alive. This is going to be the Carbon going in, getting 1. That's going to be the E-Leader trade. Good for them, because that respawn Punisher actually punishes the E-Leader more than it does the Splat if it was onto the Carbon and not the Squeezer.
Also, just looking of a net loss of the frontliner versus the net loss of the anchor, will usually consider the frontliner winning that engagement, even if it is a trade like that.
Ooh, Squeezer trying to look for the heavy, but the heavy is able to slip and slide their way back out. Clams haven't really been able to come online, even though it takes less clams to make a power. Neither team has made up. Okay, now they've made a power. Look at me say that. Commentators already activated.
Oh, that is 1 cooked crab right there. Not what you want to see if you're in a crab tank, getting 2 people right in front of you, but a couple of members of Krak do end up jumping back. They're going to let that power clan die. Not really sure why they did that, considering that they did have the advantage numbers-wise in mid, but it's going to let Smile Moon come in now and get more paint for Genesis, which Genesis wants. Carbon is such a paint-dependent weapon.
I'm very surprised that they don't have as much paint control. They have a heavy, which is good at holding turf, and a reflux, the best painting weapon in the game. So I'm honestly a little bit shocked that they don't have as much control. But when you go down to the sniper like that, it makes sense.
And part of it's because the sniper's killing them. The other part is on the other side with the DC is Splatomatic, which is another really good paint-heavy weapon.
Ooh, the heavy's gonna try and defend the goal. They won't be able to. That's gonna be the Squeezer coming up with the perfect shots. But unfortunately, the bomb coming through at the right time. The reflux getting what they need to get done to stop that push from coming in. Clams are gonna be laying on the floor for Smile Moon. I think their push is gonna die before it even truly started.
Yeah, missiles are going to come out. That's going to help the members of Krak get back into mid. 1 down on each side of the field. Even numbers means that it's still going to be a pretty bloody fight. It's slowly edging in favor of Smile Moon, though. But even still, it's only 2 minutes left in the game, and we still have not seen a single score. This is such a stally map, but we do see it looks like Smile Moon is going to come in here, see if they can get something. They do, so that is our first point with 1 minute 45 remaining.
That is very good. They're now going to have more clams to start going in. They're lasering them in. They've got Inkzuka making space. They've got 2 down. That should be some more clams. Going to get more clams through mid, starting racking up these points really deep. Genesis is going to try and find their way in, but sees themselves up against an Inkzuka and a splatter shot. Goes down to that. More clams are going to be coming in. The timer is still ticking. Power clams are going to send it down to 9. They only need 3 more clams. And they spawn in 3. Can the splatter shot get the clams in time? I don't think they've jumped in. I believe they are in spawn. So Smile Moon, 1 push all the way to down to 9. That is going to be a tall ask for Krak to come back from this.
Absolutely. Once they got their opportunity, they grabbed it. And we see Genesis right there, living up to their old Twitter name of Ledge Demon. Zipcaster coming out, going after. Sure, it looks like the E-Leader's there. Not sure if they're going to be able to find anyone. Possibly, I think maybe the Splattershot. Not the E-Leader that they were looking for, though.
No, not enough. They are able to stay alive. Living is also important in this game, something that frontliners kind of tend to forget at times. This wave breaker is going to try and make enough space for Krak to get in. Unfortunately, it won't be hitting the high ground, so those positions won't be noted. The power clam is going to be thrown in. This is going to be Krak's time to push. They have their pretty clam. They're throwing clams up to the basket, but all three of them, like everyone's gone. That's going to be a complete wipeout with 19 seconds left. Luckily, they have their own pity. That's the only thing that's holding them in this map right now.
Yeah, of course, since they have the pity, it will be overtime, but Smile Moon has a pity clam ready as well. The Inkling is going to come out, but it looks like an auto bomb manages to catch them. Up and rollers going up to mid, see if they can figure out, get another pick, not able to find it. Looks like one down on the side of Krak. Smile Moon does have moving in. It looks like they're going to try and go after that power clam. Probably not too much time left. One down on the side of Smile Moon, so this is Krak's time to go. They got to get into that basket, but two down. Looks like a beautiful snipe from the Squeezer. Yeah, Squeezer got it.
That's going to be Smile Moon taking this round 1 2-0. We do have our third map to be played, but they really, really have been dominant so far in this set. That ending sequence was a little bit chaotic for Krak. They didn't have the position that they needed to hold to keep their push sustained. All they really got was a power in plus like a clam. It looked a little bit scrappy, but so for both teams, that middle of the map was so spread out and mostly just chaotic, as Splatoon 3 is, as Chaos did win the final fest. And in doing so, Smile Moon took their opportunity and they absolutely ran with it.
I'm still salty about that final fest, but that's a discussion for another time.
I don't know. I don't even remember who I picked. Museum de Alfonsino. Do you like this map?
Oh boy. My teammates are probably watching, and they're going to crucify me for saying this, but no, I hate this map. I was a casual player for the entirety of Splatoon 1, and I just have so many bad memories of this map. I hate it.
Good memories. I played E-Leader in Splatoon 1 along with Blasters, so I never used to have paint anywhere on the map, but I just still remember. It reminds me of playing E-Leader in this game like it was in Splatoon 1. Because this is the only Splatoon 1 map that actually feels like itself. All the other ones don't even look the same. This one still has the rotating platforms, which were
Even though I don't like this map, though, on a personal level, it is a well-designed map. I will skip it that. And like you said, Chargers are going to be happy here. Blasters. It will be interesting to see what Genesis can do with that carbon, because there is a plethora of ledges for them to hide under.
Yeah, with all those ledges and them being such a ledge demon, they're going to need their team to cause a lot more paint. Because you saw last game, they had nowhere to go, and a roller without ink is having a completely sad day. It is not a fun day for them.
No, and yes, everybody, if you have a roller on your team, make the roller happy. Give them paint. They will thank you for it.
They'll thank you for it, and they'll also make a lot of space and get a lot of kills, and you'll win more games. You know, it's easier to say that from here than actually doing it.
So here we go, and we do see a blaster. I think that's the range.
That is going to be the range.
And we have the Splash team.
Machine, E-Leader, and Splash.
That is a really good comp for this map.
That's a standard rank comp.
Yeah,
Solo queue often finds that. They often synergize well with each other. The burst bombs get enough paint. That's the only thing that, if you lose your Splash, like Smile Moon has done, their paint power goes into the ground. It's next near non-existent.
Yeah, E-Leader cannot put out enough paint to support the Splash team and the Blaster by itself. A 2 down on the side of Krak means that Smile Moon is going to be able to take that mid area and get lots of paint for themselves. Mega's going to go down, and another member of Krak is going to jump out as well. They're just giving up so much space to members of Smile Moon.
Yeah, no, I'm wondering, what do you think about the Ink Vac? Do you think that's a good special to get them back in the zone? Do you think they'll have enough space to use it?
I don't know how effective it will be because I think generally speaking, most competitive players are going to be smart enough to ignore the Ink Vac once they see it come out. They're not going to see it. We see that other specials though are coming out, including that Wave Breaker, which definitely contributed to that splat, even though the splat bomb got it 1 down on the side of Smile Moon, make that 2 down. Big Bubbler coming out into zone. And the Ink Mine's coming out to try and get some more pain on zone, not able to pop in time to help neutralize it.
Ealer is now just going to be sitting with the super jumps getting in. Oh, unfortunately misses that jump on that landing. But as long as the Ealer is sitting under or on top of this middle spinning platform, that'll be a good day. They'll allow their team to get a lot of shots down. 2 members of On Krak have gone. They still are in control of zone, but not for long. Smile Moon takes it back. Ealer is back on top mid. The splash is going in with the machine. That is exactly what they want to see. But that's some good kills from the heavy with that Wave Break. Wave Break doing a lot of damage. Now that's going to be On Krak's opportunity to go in. How far should On Krak go to defend this zone? Do you think they should push up further than this middle?
They gotta be deep into that spawn. They've got to get the E-Leader out from the side first, and then they have to really get the area right around that spinning platform a nice skill color, because that's going to make it really hard for the members of Smile Moon to push in like they're doing now. 2 down on the side of On Krak. The Booyah comes out for the machine. Only one left alive is the Heavy, and hopefully the Heavy is jumping out somewhere. Looks like they did. So they do preserve that Wave Breaker, which they could use to sniff out anybody that's sharking right below the ledge, but you can see how far that members of Smile Moon have pushed up here, and one of them is actually up on the top going after the Heavy as well.
Oh, that's a dangerous spot to put the Wave Break, because that couldn't die to the spinner. The Ealer is going to get a nice shot. Ealer on that spinner is a beautiful position if you're the Ealer player or its teammates. If you're not, you're going to have a very sad day. Under no penalty remaining, we're going to be ticking down into the final 20 seconds for Smile Moon to win this Series 3. Oh, how much longer can they hold out? So far, not so great. They are getting trades, and trades are favorable, but the zone is not in their favor due to the fact that the machine was using Booyah Bomb. On Krak will have another chance in this match.
And that 52-second penalty is very important. You can see the fight here between the Heavy and the E-Leader. Heavy is usually going to lose that fight, provided the E-Leader hits the shot, just because of the extreme range disadvantage. 2 down on the side of Smile Moon, so they're going to keep on holding the zone, but you see jumps coming in again. Omega's going to have to see if they can get someone, but the jump's coming just in time. But it's beautiful double there from that Splat Bomb.
They've got no penalty. They're so close. They've got 25. They're at 25. Only 12 ticks before they can get to this lead. It's going to be tight. Can On Krak hold on? They're going to have to go up against a Crab. Here comes the rest of the specials, but Smile Moon aren't using them. They have to get to the zone. Their painting power isn't all that strong. They haven't neutralized. Booyah Bomb's out. How much longer can On Krak hold on? They've lost 2 members. They're holding on. They somehow got the zone with only 2 members remaining, and they're going to take this 3rd game.
And that's an all-important game to win, because keep in mind, when we go see the brackets later, and by we, I mean the TOs, not us.
Yeah, we're just sitting here pretty.
That's going to help them possibly move up into a higher bracket.
It also makes it feel nice to watch stream. Even though Smile Moon, let's be honest, that first Rainmaker game, that felt like a good old 15-second Rainmaker game.
Yeah, this it really did.
Really dominant when you look at the scoreboard in the first half. 45-second Rainmaker game plus a push of Clam Blitz, which went all the way down straight to 9. For On Krak to come back and take that final game, which didn't really decide anything other than tie breaks later on. That's a good confidence booster after getting absolutely throttled before.
Yeah, and it definitely would have been interesting to see what would have happened, especially on Mako, if On Krak had managed to hold off and maybe mounted a comeback push. I would have loved to see what that Carbon could have done a bit more with Caster on that stage.
Yes, and with that, I believe we're going to be heading to a nice break to set us up for round 2 of Nessie's Pools. We will see you shortly. Hello, everybody, and we are going into round 2 of SOS 84. I am Genie7, joined by Shads. How are we doing on this fine round 2? You ready for some Mahi Mahi Resort?
Oh, yes. So, my controversial opinion of the round is, I like Mahi Mahi. I'm an E-Leader, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I know it's a bad map design, but it's my guilty pleasure map in the game.
It's a unique map. It challenges people to think in a way that they wouldn't normally think. Yes, the map can kind of tumble in favor of the attacking team, especially on tower control, and especially how fast this tower moves. This tower moves unholy amounts of fast. Faster than any other tower in the game, which is not good.
And of course, it's also fun when you jump on the tower and then all of a sudden you're falling in the water because you accidentally squid on the grates. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Toxic Mist is funny on this map because if you throw it on tower, the person who's riding tower can't get off it for the first little bit because of that moat in the middle of the opening tower path.
Yeah, it's a team that gets to play for you lucky viewers on stream are Splatalot, Aphelion, also known as Splatalot A, and the Kensa Kerfufflers. I'm pretty sure Kensa Kerfufflers are new. I know their coach is in the chat. I don't know anything about them. I'm really sorry, but I love your guys' names. Splatalot Aphelion won Low Ink a couple months back. That's one of the newer teams on kind of the mid-level scene.
That's good. We always love seeing low ink teams participating. Well, any teams for that matter. But nice to see low ink teams stick together for some more time, because oftentimes making that transition from past low ink can be a little bit more difficult, and teams can often kind of fizzle out a little bit past low ink, and it's nice to see a team stick around like that.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
But it's going to be interesting to see what weapons they're going to be using for tower control. I'm hoping to see a couple blasters. I think that would be fun.
Blasters.
You mentioned the Toxic Mist earlier.
I don't know how many, like, Toxic Mist, the weapons that it's on aren't great for Mahi tower control. Machine is always good anywhere in this current format of Splatoon 3. So it's kind of hard to go against that. But as we will be seeing what these teams are rocking, we're going to be seeing a big bubbler coming out of that junior and some blasters on both sides with sloshers. And that's going to be a regular slosher, the one with the tri-strike. Something we don't normally see, but it is a weapon that I do believe is slept on quite heavily.
Yeah, tri-strike can be really great for clearing out space, similar to how bomb rushes worked in games 1 and 2. We see, of course, big bubbler on both sides, and the ink vac on the charger. You have a charger or a tent or one of the other weapons that has ink vac on the tower for a checkpoint, and you can really do a lot of cover for your teammates.
Absolutely click wipeout on the side of Splatalot A. They are just shredding through Kensa Kerfufflers. There's only been so far one splat. As Splatalot A is going to be starting to go, they have that ink vac on that tower, and it will be able to prevent anything from really touching this tower. That big bubbler as well is going to slow it down. I don't know how Kensa Kerfufflers is going to stop them. This ink vac can come out and just end this game right here, right now, but they don't need to because the game is already over. That checkpoint, those checkpoints go quick. This tower moves fast. Splatalot A absolutely throttling Kensa Kerfufflers. That was a little bit scary to watch.
A little bit scary. But they have such good special synergy, so it's real easy to see that they've definitely been playing together for a decent amount of time. Special synergy is just something that you really need to have in the games, and a lot of low-level teams don't have it. Mid-level teams, it gets a little bit better. It's not really until you get to the high-level parts that you start to see it consistently coming out, so props to Splatalot A for having some really good chaining of the specials, figuring out which ones work well together and when to use them.
It's also important to see, a lot of teams can use special coordination and just synergizing them off each other, but it's always really cool to see what teams do if a wrench gets thrown in their plan. Like, what happens if special A is missing? When do we use specials B, C, and D? It's kind of, that's something. But Splatalot 8, they didn't need to. That tower went so fast, so quickly, and Kensa Kerfufflers could not find any holes or any way back into that map.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for them. The next map, though, they might have a little bit easier of a time. Mahi is so small when you start out because half the map is covered by the water. So you're gonna have to, it really constrains your movement. The other maps aren't like that. There's more space, there's a bit more cover, and that could definitely play a big part in the Kensa Kerfufflers being able to maybe take a game off of Splatalot Aphelion or even winning the whole set.
The problem is that the next map is Undertow Spillway on Rainmaker, if I am correct. That is a map which has a very tight condensed mid. It does have some high ground, does have some birches, but overall it's a very condensed map. There are the two checkpoints where the Rainmaker can go to, but anywhere else besides those two spots, the map is very, very, very tight. It feels like a Splatoon 1 map.
But you also don't have to worry about accidentally squid rolling into the water.
True. You do have to end up watching out that you don't squid roll off of the map, which I learned today and yesterday in 2 different spots. You know that where the one Rainmaker goal is? Like, if you come out of your spawn and that first Rainmaker goal, like the left one, on your side, there's a hole where you can fall into. Yes, I found that. Not
you
something.
Appreciate your sacrifice in making new discoveries for the Splatoon community.
I thought I was like, oh, I outranged this player. I just squid rolled away from them, like, haha, I have ink armor in this game, and then realized, oh wait, I died.
Just a little bit interesting.
The nice thing is the viewers don't have to see it, that they accidentally replayed Mahi game for no apparent reason, but we have a way to close the game now. Can somebody remind them there's a way to close the game and end the game?
Yeah, in case people weren't aware, you can actually end the game within like the first minutes.
Yes!
Limeade has got us covered.
Yes,
Limeade is our streamer today. Everybody say hi to them in chat. They're doing good work considering that it's like 12 o'clock at night for them.
Yes, absolute champions work. Now we should have everyone ready for that. I think people kind of forget that if you hold ZR, ZL, R and L plus right stick and left stick, it's 3 seconds. It'll cancel the game.
Of course, it also shows which one you're doing it, so you cannot use that to actually get a better start in tournaments if you don't like how your start went, because everybody will see who did it, and it's against the rule.
Make sure you have if the other team does that to you, please make sure you have clip space, because you can send it into the TOs and they will fix it for you. Yep. You also have to show like your match history as well. I remember that. And they make it quite easy for you. You can even send it to your phone and then put it on Discord or your computer.
That's assuming you can get the phone to connect to the Switch Wi-Fi. That doesn't always work.
Yeah, I forgot how long it takes.
But back to the Undertow Spillway, weapons are going to be good on there. Washers, Inkzuka, the Trizuka could be pretty fun here. Like you said, it's a long, narrow map. You're basically forced into one of 2 paths. And, well, long, clean sight lines. Guess what likes that?
Splash walls? You meant chargers, not splash walls.
I mean, I was thinking Trizuka, but chargers
Trizuka.
Any backline really will like those long corridors because it really constrains the movement. However, there is also the glass up above, so you could jump off the glass and see if you could maybe get somebody. Nice little drop on an unsuspecting backline. Just picture it. They're right there, just below you, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bam, somebody bonks them over the head with a roller. Yeah,
that is a little bit difficult, but it's so satisfying as that roller player to get those overhead splats. We will be seeing what these teams are going to be rocking on this all-important Game 2 of Round 2. Splatalot Aphelion versus Kensa Kerfufflers. Now we will be seeing... Oh, I love the Stamper. Stamper is a weapon that is a little bit kind of underutilized right now. It has a very strong kit in its burst bomb, but it is definitely let down a little bit by its special.
I don't know, I think the Zipcaster can work pretty well with it, provided you catch somebody off guard. It doesn't have the same quick kill time as the brush does, but I think that it could still be pretty good. We see two people already going up to the glass on the side of Aphelion. You do want to keep that high ground. It's going to be important. It provides another way for you to get in, and you just want to make sure that you're not going to be forced back in there.
That's going to be the push. Just kind of not really starting. Both teams are losing members. Both sides. So Rainmaker is going to be grabbed by that charger. 2 members of Kensa Kerfufflers are gone. But that will be some first points on the board for them this game. They're going to be going to this checkpoint. Can they get it? They have gotten the dunk, which is going to be absolutely crucial for them. With 4 minutes left in the game, first checkpoint being gone, that is something they can absolutely work with.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more scrappy this game. Splatalot Aphelion has managed to get.
Oh, Splatalot Aphelion got the checkpoint.
No, we have the colors wrong. The colors are wrong.
We
down on the side of Splatalot Aphelion. The Rainmaker is going to reset, but Kensa Kerfufflers really pushing in hard here, which we love to see. That Splash is going down, so they don't have the crab tank anymore. It looks like that was their NZEP on, so no tax cooler, no soda. And this is a completely different Kensa Kerfuffler, but we do see one member of Splatalot Aphelion coming in for a flank. That is clever.
Ooh, no, that's Splatalot Aphelion still pushing that Rainmaker. This is Kensa Kerfufflers coming in for this flank, but they've lost their members. This push should still be able to continue once they get this Rainmaker back online, as they had lost their junior. That bomb coming out to slow down where the Rainmaker is going to be going. Brick bomb, smart ink back usage, letting the Rainmaker walk backwards, move faster with some shots. Inkvac protected them perfectly. That pop is going to come out. The Rainmaker's going to go in. Go for the dunk. They can't get it. All the way down to 3. Kensa Kerfufflers are still in this map. They have to get this Rainmaker out of here. They have to get the members of Splatalot Aphelion out of the way. But now it's just a stamper. What can they do? They have Zipcaster, but they can't really use it. They're trying to stop this Rainmaker from popping, but they won't be able to. The NZAP is just coming alive. The Rainmaker's going to go for the dunk. The big bubbler is protecting them, and that will be Splatalot Aphelion coming up with this game too.
Really clever Rainmaker usage of the Inkvac on the Rainmaker to try and protect it. It didn't quite work out, but really smart. So it does look like that Splatalot Aphelion is going to be the one taking this set, but Kensa Kerfufflers definitely put up a really strong fight, and we do have one more game, so they can win an all-important tiebreaker later on. This time, we're going to go to Clamblitz on Sturgeon Shipyard. Feeny, what are your thoughts on this stage?
I hated Sturgeon in the first game, in Splatoon 2. I said first game. In Splatoon 2, I absolutely hated it. I don't know why I hated it. It just didn't, I could never win. I could never win on it for some reason. And it always had like this personal vendetta against me, but you know, that's kind of how it goes. I think it's a balanced map for a lot of weapons. It felt well practiced, well used as well. This was also what they showed off Clamblitz on for the first time. That and the Schellendorf. That's what they showed off Clamblitz on for the first time.
We don't talk about Schellendorf. Schellendorf doesn't exist. Schellendorf can't hurt me anymore.
Like, yeah. I don't understand why people thought that Museum and Schellendorf were like, oh, they look similar. No, they don't. One looks like the Gates of Hell, and the other one looks like a peaceful paradise where you'd go on a field trip.
Okay, to be fair, I've gone on field trips to places that look like Schellendorf, and I did like it. I just don't like playing on it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that looked like the Gates of Hell. I'm like, those are some rough field trips. But anyway,
want to see a Dynamo here.
Yeah, I was gonna Dynamo's. I'm gonna speak about Tacticooler. Tacticooler and Clamblitz, even though we don't see it, haven't seen it as much as we initially thought we'd be seeing it. Everyone thought it was gonna be broken. I do believe on Clamblitz it is really good, because one thing that allows your pushes to stay alive longer in this game, because pushes are often a little bit shorter due to less clam spawns and just the fewer numbers that are racked up by and held by people, is Tacticooler. You respawn faster, you move faster, you get your pushes and go. That's when you all stand together and start throwing your clams towards each other. If you pop that Tacticooler, you're all able to respawn quickly when you're doing your push. I find that is something that is underutilized.
Yeah, you figure how many Clan Blitz pushes end in a 3-down or 4 situation, respawning with all of your special, and instantly, it's huge for defense.
And we will be seeing an ends up coming out from Splatalot 8. It's a Tacticooler.
No, ends up is on the Kensa Kerfufflers.
Oh.
So we do have one.
There we go.
But we do also see a brush, which I like. I think that's a fun pick for Clan Blitz. It's a scrappy little thing. You can get into the enemy's faces and really wreck some damages and duck right out to get away from any danger. But 3 down on Kensa Kerfufflers right away, not really what you want to see for this hard Clan Blitz push.
No, and that's going to be the big bubbler. The clams are going to be coming out inside of the bubbler. Don't want to die any of those bombs. Luckily on the outside, but they're going to hit that power clam into the basket. Sniper's getting some nice shots. Kensa Kerfufflers are falling, and that's going to be a wipeout. This is going to be Splatalot A's chance and opportunity to really put even bigger of a dent in.
Yeah, down to 41 points remaining. Neo is kind of holding that front line all on their own. Managed to get one pick. The Tri-Strike coming out. Really good for clearing out that area behind the basket. And it looks like one member of Splatalot Aphelion is still going to try and get a couple more clams in. Liam's going to come in as well. 2 coming in. Only 8 remaining. Is Vakari going to be able to get those clams in? I'm not sure they will.
I don't think they will in time. They're going to try. And that'll be game. That push never ended at all. Splatalot 8 just taking it to Kensa Kerfufflers on that entire set. Not overly close at all. And just pure team coordination, honestly, in that ending.
Considering, though, that the Kensa Kerfufflers is a new team, though, I think they did really well.
Yes. From a team that's been around for quite a while now in Splatoon.
I definitely hope that they will stick around and maybe see what they can do in low ink. A little bit less of a skill gap between them and other teams.
Yep. And a little bit, hopefully stick around in the tournament, because you will be playing against teams that are closer to your skill level as you play on in this tournament as well. That is another thing.
Which is one of the nice things about the multiple brackets.
That's what SOS does so well. That I wish was around when I was in my play every single tournament that ever existed days. But with that, we're going to be ending our round 2 coverage, and we will have one more round with you, and we will be having some notable teams on stream, and you do not want to miss that whatsoever. We will see you after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. We've got a great round 3 match coming up for you. I am still Gene Shevin, and I am still joined by Shads. Shads, we have Sonaria versus Cherry Limeade. I promised the viewers before we went away we'd have some 2 strong teams going up against each other. Did we disappoint them?
I don't think we did. We've got Cherry Limeade, we've got Sonaria. I mean, even if nobody else is happy, I'm happy because we have 2 very strong chargers in the lobby, Shiny and Cloud. But really, these are both SOS regulars. They're great teams to watch. Cherry Limeade always brings out the funky offbeat comps that everybody loves to see and think, oh, that's so cool, we should try that ourselves, and then nobody else can really pull it off because they're not magically Cherry Limeade.
No,
which is unfortunate.
They even share their secret sauce.
Sonaria is just a really strong team in general.
Both these teams, honestly, are going to be I'm a little bit shocked that both these teams won't be making it to Great White at the end of the day. But that's what happens when they're both playing each other in the same pool.
Yeah, and if I'm looking at things correctly, these 2 are actually in first and second place respectively right now. So this is the match for all the marbles.
Yeah, there's no tiebreakers involved. You win and you're in. Lose, you don't go home. You just go to Hammerhead.
I mean, Hammerheads are nice too. I mean, they've got their own stage.
Yo, Hammerhead's like a Garchomp. And Garchomp is a cool Pokemon. So
has a horrible shiny though.
Oh, it's a terrible shiny. True, but you know who isn't terrible being shiny?
Cherry Limeade, which is currently Garchomp Pink versus Sonaria in the Lime Green. Splatoon 2 colors on a Splatoon 2 map. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
A Nautilus, which completely got really screwed over by a kid in this game. And an E-Leader, probably has a shiny on the side of Cherry Limeade. Lily's going to have that Junior. Krim is probably going to be the running machine. Meanwhile, on the side of Sonaria, you've got a Hydra. Love to see that as well. It's not a backline you see too often.
No, and actually that is a Krim on that Nautilus, a weapon that hasn't been. I don't know if Krim has been playing that too much, like recently, more in scrims or just in solo. That is something that I haven't been able to see them play in quite a little time.
Oh, cool! We've got a stream DC.
We do. I'm gonna be. Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's Wolf that DC'd or if the whole lobby DC'd. So we're effectively flying blind right now because neither of Jeannie nor I can actually see what's going on in the game either. So
I'm gonna pull up Lily's. I'm pulling up Lily's stream right now.
Oh.
Let's see. Stupid Twitch ads. We'll get you back in a second. I've got 2. Sorry about the technical difficulties, everybody. It happens. We are still a serverless game, but as soon as I can start getting you some information that is happening in this game, I will get it over to you. Right now, on a little bit of delay, Cherry Limeade is up 100-10 on the points in the splat zone. They are holding the zone. Lily's popping some good junior bombs, getting some nice splats, allowing the members of Cherry Limeade to hold the zone off, and with just the time ticking down, Cherry Limeade will hold on and close out this Inkblot game 100-0. That was, from what I saw, the cap. They got shiny on top mid on Inkblot, that top mid strong spot, allowing Krim to run around with that Nautilus, which has that storm and that point sensor marking anything. Pika just going in, getting nice machine shots, and Lily always staying alive, outpainting a ton of paint. Top zone Inker and Painter really going off for the team to keep that map under control. I know it's a little awkward, but it's a funny way to tell the people kind of what happened.
It's a lot better than me sitting there and telling them jokes for the next
Oh, I love jokes.
30 odd seconds.
Give us a joke. Come on, one joke.
Okay, one joke while we wait for Libero to get into the lobby. What kind of animal loves to wait in line?
Is it a line in?
No, that's not actually what I'm thinking of. Oh, that's a good answer. A koala.
Oh, I like that one.
And we've got Libero back in the lobby. Just in time for it looks like tower control on Mincemeat Metalworks, which is honestly probably my favorite name of the stage names.
Mincemeat Metalworks is a funny stage name. It is a map that can be slow. Luckily, it's on tower control, which I guess can also be slow, as long as it's not Clan Blitz. This map got an unfair start on Clan Blitz. It's got a bad rap from that North American Championship.
Yeah, it really, really did. I like it personally. Not the biggest fan.
I love it for that.
I'm not the biggest fan of it on tower control per se. It'll be interesting to see if Shiny swaps out the E-Leader for the Splat Charger, because almost all the good perches for Charger on the stage, at least in tower control, are within the range of a Splat Charger, so I could totally see Shiny swapping over and taking use of that ASAP. Also, I really want to see a Dynamo. Please, somebody pick a Dynamo. Dynamo's so much fun on this stage.
Dynamo in tower control is rough, because you can't get everything you want out of Tacticooler.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but with how cool Dynamo does on this stage, I mean, you have all of this grading for it to just fling ink through, you have the different ledges that you can essentially sit under. It's such a fun stage.
It is such a fun stage.
And unfortunately, no Dynamo, no comp changes actually. Aside, well, no, Cherry Limeade Pika is running.
Still
we have a double slosher.
Yeah, that's gonna be Crim swapping from Nautilus to Machine. Or not Machine, to regular slosher. That's gonna be that triple ink strike coming. Well, Lily popping that early bubbler, protecting the tower, and just running down every single member of Sonaria that tried to come at them. There's gonna be one on the flank, and that's gonna be the Gallop. If they're close to their killer whale, that should allow enough time. Shiny is on the E-Litter, keeping those mines, keeping that wave break, allowing them to have that extra little range. And with that super jump out back into pretty much mid, they should be able to continue this aggression, especially with two members of Sonaria falling, making that 3 with a nice clean shot. And the follow-up wipeout, Sonaria wiped completely off the board, and Cherry Limeade allowing themselves to rip through this map.
And the Sloshers are coming around on the side. You can see that the triple ink strike comes out to give them a little space to move out. Krim gets the trade on Strim. Not sure where Pika might have retreated a little bit. Lily is right by the tower though to help jump right on it once the E-Leader falls, which is a good crucial pick. Both backlines down on either side of the map, so it's going to get a lot more bloody now as those frontliners can really rush in and get some kills now that they don't have that range to deal with.
Ooh, and that's going to be a killer whale popped. They're able to live, but Lily's still in this tower. Lily can't be stopped at the moment. If Lily can get another bubbler, that's going to be really good. Lily goes off, gets one, has some jumps in. Their teammates are jumping in. That's going to be one of the sloshers. Pika goes in, unfortunately falls, and all the way down to 5. Cherry Limeade really showing their presence so far. Sonaria has a lot of work cut out for them if they want to get back into this, but they can do it. They have opportunities to get back in it. Can
the bubbler
they
coming
find
out to provide a little bit of cover for the members of Sonaria. That'll stop the E-Leader from getting any good picks on them for the moment, but the Hydra does go down. Looks like possibly that triple ink strike, and 3 down on the side of Sonaria. Not what you want to see when you're in that position. And you just know that the other members of Cherry Limeade know where that last member is.
Yeah, you can see as the junior, they kind of leave a breadcrumb trail with those with spot bombs. It's really easy to tell where a junior's retreating to. That's gonna be Krim falling, big bubbler coming out, allowing this junior to stay alive. Has to watch out for Wavebreaker. It's still hitting them. Shiny's on that tower. Lily's bubble has faded. Cherry Limeade, they don't have any checkpoints, remember. So this tower will just keep going. Weea Bomb coming out, gets one. Pika going up, allowing themselves to escort their team to go through. The Gal's gonna be falling now, just the Hydra. Hydra's the last one alive. They get the kill on Shiny. Can they get the kill on Pika? No, Pika stays alive. Krim is still there with that triple ink strike. They're going all the way to the tower. Can Cloud get it? No, they are trading. Trades. Weea Bomb coming out, gonna try and clear out the members of Sonaria, and they have. Cherry Limeade has knocked out this game 2 along with game 1, putting themselves into the Great White Bracket. We still have one more game to go.
Pika was really popping off with that sloshing machine.
Yes, I agree. I was thinking, more? No, that's all the statement had to be. Pika really went off with that sloshing machine.
I mean, when you see somebody that's so good at hitting those curved shots over barriers, so good at getting angles, and you have to figure a lot of that comes from Pika playing the blobber so much, because that's one of the sloshers you really have to think about your angles, because it ricochets off the walls. It's always a pleasure to watch a master at work. That was just such a good comp for that map.
Honestly, watching somebody that played Machine in... Yeah, it is a strong map for it. But watching somebody that's played Machine in the past, and kind of just played a lot of interesting and unique weapons. Watching them play it in this game, you can tell who picked Machine up in this game because it's a good weapon, and who's played Machine in the past.
Yeah, I know that just like a lot of the backline players are very happy with the current meta, a lot of Sloshine and Slosher players are very happy with the current meta. It is nice to feel relevant. The question is, I don't think Sonaria is going to change their comp. They stuck with the comp before. The only thing I could see them possibly swapping off is maybe exchanging the Hydra for a faster anchor weapon, maybe a heavy.
Heavy
They're
on...
probably going to be the only one to swap on the side of Cherry Limeade. Shiny locked in almost immediately, so I think Shiny's going to be sticking with that E-leader.
Who knows? Amiibo can really make you swap fast.
True.
I don't think so. I don't know if Shiny has the Amiibo in eyesight or having anything loaded up onto them. I don't feel like we're gonna have too much of a swap up from Cherry Limeade. It's more to see what Sonaria can get done, because from what I was able to kind of tell the viewers, and that it was a 100-0 knockout on Inkblot, and from what we saw on Mincemeat, Cherry Limeade has kind of walked away with it so far.
Yeah. So here we go. Last game in Messi's pools. Krim is pulling out the Slatana Stamper.
Whoa.
And meanwhile, we got NZAP being exchanged for the Junior on the side of Sonaria. Hydra is staying. And I think Pika is the one with the Reflex on the side of Cherry Limeade. So 2 comp changes, actually 3 weapon changes, because that is a vanilla Splat Charger in Shiny's hand. So they did swap.
That interesting to swap on Rainmaker, allowing them to get more shots as Pika tries to go in with that reflex. Unfortunately, not able to land those perfect conditioned shots that they need to get that first kill right away. That's gonna be Sonaria able to push our Rainmaker a little bit of a good distance underneath that bridge. Isn't too bad with the Hydra on this high ground though. That is really good. Has to watch out. Shiny has some angles, but not strong enough angles to get the shots landed down. We have bomb coming out. They're going to be looking to pop this Rainmaker and take it all the way to that first checkpoint. They're going to be stopped with the Inkvac though. The Hydra is absolutely feeding Shiny. I'm a little bit surprised by that because they just killed one of their teammates due to that. But Sonaria tries to grab the Rainmaker, unfortunately gets wiped out, and that's going to be Cherry Limeade really getting map control back for them.
Yeah, with a full wipeout, not what you want to see out Rainmaker. We saw how fast it went on Mako in particular, and now we can see that Lily is just charging right ahead of that Junior. Bubbles already ready and deployed. Bombs coming out to really clean out that goal area. Trizuka taken out by the Junior. Really clutch pick. They broke through the checkpoint, but they did lose 2 members doing so. Make that 3 members. We might see a wipeout on Cherry Limeade. Delayed one. The Stamper responds just in time.
Krim back alive, but all the way back in spawn. So Sonaria's opportunity to paint up this mid. They still need to get through this first checkpoint. How are they going to be able to do it if Shiny is just going to be able to like hold sniper angles and be safe by Lily's bubbler? Is there a way that you feel Sonaria can get in there?
Combination of a Booyah Bomb and the Trizuka. The Trizuka, if they go for the checkpoint on the right, there is a corridor. You're not going to be able to get too far away. You come around right here like the one guy's doing with the flank. And that is your checkpoint broken.
Ooh, Shiny unfortunately misses a shot. They're very, very pressured at the moment and have fallen. Lily's going to be dropping in, trying to take this fight with the Gal. Doesn't win it with the Junior, but allows her teammates to follow up with the trades. Sonaria is going to be taking another lead. Pushing in, pushing past the missiles, going all the way up to the basket. They get to 6. They have touched the ending of the Rainmaker pedestal. Shiny coming around with a good little flank with the sniper, allowing their team to pop the Rainmaker. Just the Hydra being alive on Sonaria should signify the ending of this push.
Yeah, the Hydra almost managed to pull that off, actually sticking around there. Not sure if members of Cherry Limeade were aware that they were there until Shiny picked them off with a popped Rainmaker shield. But now this is looking a little bit more dicey for Cherry Limeade. They have about half the game left, and they need to get it to 5.
And giving their Splatana Stamper the Rainmaker is something interesting. But that really proves it, because this Inkvac is something that can really protect the Rainmaker. Unfortunately, not able to be low enough so the teammates were able to be shot. And somehow, some way, that Zap was able to live through the direct of a Ink Vacuum shot. That was... Poltergeister 3000 and not able to find that. Something you don't really see every day.
Yeah, it's because Inkvac does have this slight delay between when the shot lands and the shot actually explodes. You can get out of it. The Big Bubbler coming out to protect the Rainmaker. The Stamper is really rushing in to try and get it. Trizuka coming out to clear out members of Cherry Limeade as well. This was a great way to break through the Rainmaker checkpoint on this map for anybody that's trying to take notes. But Krim is going to get the pick on the Rainmaker, which is really key. They have the good caster ready, get the nice pick there, get the double, can they get the triple?
Okay, got it. Saved. Absolutely saved. Somehow, someway, accidentally dashed past where they needed to go. Can they get this delayed quad onto this Hydra? And they can. Krim coming out with the Splatalot Stamper, getting 4, getting their team back into this game. They don't need this game for the series. They don't need this game to get the Great Weight. They just want it for pride.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to win. The Rainmaker is going to die to the NZAP, but a combination of the 52 Gals Killer Whale 5.0, 2 down on the side of Cherry Limeade. Sonaria is going to rush in as well. Shiny gets a beautiful pick there, really protecting his teammates, their teammates with the Inkvac and the shots. They did manage to pick up the Rainmaker before it resetted as well, so that is very important. But the Hydra right there, that is such a dangerous spot. You Krim going down. Of course, Sonaria is going to drop it over the edge. It's okay if it dies there. It's a little bit further away from the goal. It's in a corner. It's going to be very hard for Cherry Limeade to grab. That's really the layer you want to position the Rainmaker. But 3 down, this could be it. Lily is going for them.
But the Rainmaker's gonna just leave. That's a smart play by the Rainmaker. If they die right here, right now, the only thing that Cherry Limeade can do was jump to that beacon that Lily put down in Big Bubbler. Sonaria's just gonna be able to camp this Rainmaker right here, right now. Krim Pika fall, and Cherry Limeade, they drop the 3rd game. No need for tiebreakers because they won the set, and winning the set sent them to Great White and sent Sonaria to Hammerhead. But still, good showing from Sonaria, saying, hey, you steamrolled. Let's be honest, steamrolled us in the first 2 games. We're not a bad team. We can hold our own, and we can take this. We can take a game off.
Also, really, really nice double at the end there. I think it was Strength.
I believe so.
Yeah, taking down the 2 members of Cherry Limeade that were rushing the Rainmaker, because if Strength wasn't there, one of them would have definitely gotten that Rainmaker. We would have seen overtime.
And anything can happen in overtime, especially with Cherry Limeade and some of their magical things that they can pull off.
So with that, we are going to take a very, very short break, hopefully, fingers crossed, for bracket seeding. This is where all of the lovely TOs in the background are going to be scurrying around and figuring out who gets to fight who. Quick talking points. Because you know, us commentators, we love to talk. And guess what? Some other people in the audience might too.
Yeah.
Inkling Performance Lab has staff applications open. We are looking for additions to our production and commentary teams. If you are interested in helping out in the areas, you can type !help us in the chat to find a form that you can fill out. And if you want to help with both areas, you can fill out the form multiple times.
We can? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You can.
Yeah, IPL always needs more help. And honestly, pretty much all Splatoon wants more help. If you want to show what we've got, it's a great opportunity. We have a lot more opportunities coming up due to the fact that this is a new game. Kind of a fresh start, a fresh feeling, and a fresh way to get yourself in and involved. And so we want everyone. Even if you don't have any experience, they're really, really helpful here at IPL.
Yeah.
We have anything else we got to talk about?
Well, if you want to support IPL as well, you can join our Patreon by typing !Patreon in the chat. And that money, I'm not sure exactly what it goes to. I think it might be going to prize pools for tournaments.
Mostly making. I know for sure it's keeping like the stream stuff good, and that because we're not making money off of it. It doesn't go to us. It goes to making the stream quality better.
Speak for yourself. I get paid in confetti gifts. That's enough payment for me.
Yo, confetti gifts?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm getting a t-shirt or something soon. I don't know. Hopefully. We'll see.
That will be all from us for right now. So please don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Everybody, we are back. We are back for the great white side of SOS 84. We have a awesome thing that is happening on stream right now. Chuds, am I right? This is big for Splatoon.
Yeah,
nice to have them
really
back.
big. We have a sponsored team on stream for the first time in a long time. In Control Nation has picked up a Splatoon team, and it is one that has really risen through the ranks of the community. Red Sun, they went from being a team that did kind of okay into low ink to winning low ink in the infamous March 2020 incident, I think it was. And then up through mid-level, and now here they are, sponsored.
They have worked very hard at this. And sponsorships don't come easy. They've gone out there and they have worked for it. They've got a lot of work cut out for them now. And they also now have a little bit of a target on their back. Being a sponsored team in a tournament, everyone wants to aim to take you down. But so far,
everybody wants that Twitter response.
Yo, true.
2-1 Red Sun.
Yo. 2-1 in control. And then tag the Twitter, but salute. They're no team to scoff at. They have had a really good, I want to say past 10 SOS showings or so. They've had the members of the team have done really well.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good battle. Two titans of SOS just slugging it out, and it's going to see who comes out on top. We are going to start with Clam Blitz on Museum de Alfonsino.
Do you like museum clams? Do you think clams went well on a Splatoon 1 map, which was never intended to have Clam Blitz in the first place?
I have never seen museum clams before, so I pass no judgment on whether or not it's a good one or not. You already know my personal opinions on museum.
Yes, yeah, we do know that. So for someone that did get the opportunity to play this map, it is weird. These spinners are chaotic. The clam basket isn't a good. I think it's on a good spot that allows teams to have to actually kind of push into somewhere. It doesn't feel like the clam basket you get it for free, but it also doesn't feel too lockout heavy. The problem is that museum itself tends to favor like being locked out at times, so it can get a little bit claustrophobic with teams fighting around said spinners. But the spinner rotation is what you plan your push around, because if you can get somebody on top of that spinner and just wait for the spinner to go around, you can toss some clams up there, and the enemy team, if they don't have a range comp, if they got like a bunch of splashes, they won't be able to hit you.
Yeah, we've seen before on Wahoo World where when you have to time your clam push around an aspect of the stage that moves, it can be really tricky. There can be sometimes where you have great opportunities but you just can't make it because the bridge isn't down. And it's going to be interesting to see if we see the same thing happen here. If one of these teams isn't going to be able to make the push they want to make because they don't have the spinners in just the right position.
Both these teams will be getting into this game shortly, but our great white bracket today is looking strong. I haven't seen. I know we have some bigger events coming up on the weekend, and I haven't seen too many of those pickups here yet. So that is something that is interesting to note, because usually SOS gets kind of flooded with those teams, but we didn't have too many of them. I guess a lot of them are traveling to set events.
Probably a lot of them are traveling, getting ready for LAN events this weekend. Of course, it is also the middle of the semester for college kids, so midterms probably Thanos, a couple of them.
Yep, I got Thanos last week because it's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend, and they gave us a couple extra days. So I have Thursday, Friday, and this coming Canadian Thanksgiving Monday. Get Thanksgiving early because of snowflies, so we can't have it at the same time. Can't celebrate the harvest at the same time the Americans do because snow flies sooner.
Yeah. On the plus side, you get to take a hot chocolate first.
Yeah, well, we've got the pumpkin spice season, so it's you don't really get hot chocolate sooner.
That's lame.
Why? What's the problem with the pumpkin spice? I really think
chocolate's amazing.
Hot chocolate is good. I usually go warm vanilla though, like white chocolate. I'm weird like that though. Yeah, they should serve that in the drink shop, the ticket shop. I do just say
what? flavor would it be? What flavor do you think is the best flavor in the drink shop?
The color that looks the coolest, like it looks like a nice lemon blueberry or something like that, is the special savor. Special savor looks very delicious.
Blue raspberry lemonade.
Yeah, blue raspberry lemonade. That's exactly what it looks like. Watermelon is like speed. Swim speed looks like a kind of, I don't know. It doesn't look. It looks like cherry punch. It doesn't look like cherry limeade. It does not look like that.
Yeah, it's not
should.
pale enough to be cherry limeade.
No. Then we've got like grape juice being a strong European team, as well as being bomb defense up. And then there's some weird colors, like
Intensify action. That's like a weird, like almost too painfully yellow. Like the kind of false lemonade that you sometimes see at like fast food restaurants, where you look at it and it's like, is this actually lemonade or is this toxic sludge that I'm about to drink?
I can kind of agree with that. I'm going off of memory with all these.
A pity that Intensify Action is such a good ability and you really want some of it with pretty much most of your weapons.
Alright, we might lose most of the people in this who are watching stream, but what color do you think main power-up will be when we get that drink?
Clear, because it doesn't exist.
Oh, roasted and toasted. Stay in Splatoon 2.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Or if you do bring it back, don't make it damage up again.
No, never. Yeah, never bring damage up again. We got rid of it in Splatoon 1, into Splatoon 2 for a reason. There was no reason to bring it back.
We don't need 99.9 bamboo. As much fun as it was, we don't need it.
Yo, don't say that. You might bamboo propaganda might cancel you on Twitter later.
Bamboo propaganda likes me.
Oh, okay, never mind. I've got too many. There's too many really good Canadian bamboo players that I will either get beat up when I go to another Toronto LAN, or they'll just I can't, because they're too friendly to me and they're too awesome with people. But with that, we should. Everyone's in the lobby. Everyone's starting to hit the check marks. We're so excited to watch In Control. In Control versus Salute. In Control. For anyone that's just now tuning in again, they have been freshly sponsored. Red Sun is a team that's been freshly sponsored by In Control Nation, and yeah, this is their first tournament. This is a big opportunity, big showing, first time on stream, and a great opportunity for the Splatoon scene. Clan Blitz on Museum de Alfonsino and Kalana on the E-Leader, a nice pickup, and that's gonna be a heavy plus a reflex combo coming out of Red Sun, keeping themselves mobile, but also keeping themselves with range.
Yeah, I like that comp that In Control has. I think that it's a nice mobile comp. It's going to keep the range that you need for the stage. At the same time, Heavy also lets you play a little bit more aggressively than the E-Leader. The E-Leader with that range, E-Leaders like the stage for a reason, generally speaking.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing these missiles going to be popped. Have to watch out for the Crab Tank. Crab Tank coming up with those exo slots, trying to get some shots, show the shots down with this gal popping that whale. The whale's able to find a little bit of chip damage, getting some members of one member of Red Sun down, but Salute has lost 2. There's going to be Beam trying to make their way up, but they get beamed down by Chase on that Squeezer. The Squeezer has now popped that Zuka has been popped by that Squeezer. Here goes the pushes from either teams, push it back through mid. Neither team able to get any space, trades going back and forth, and Salute's double wall kind of just signifying that mid is going to be taken slowly.
Yeah, double wall is definitely going to slow In Control down so much on this map, and also make it a lot easier for Salute to defend the basket for whenever they push into Red Sun's territory like they're doing now. Because you see one special online that would be the missile from the reflex. They're going to hold on to it for now. Oh, but they get taken out before they can get it, but one of their members coming back to avenge them. Beam doing great, going for another one. 3 down on the side of Salute. This is Red Sun's time to shine.
Red Sun just going in Control. Now they're going to be allowing themselves to take back this mid control. Unfortunately, those clam spawns were not spawns and more or less dropped clams from Salute. Salute now are on the back foot. Have to watch out for this Crab Tank. Beam with this Crab Tank allowing them to let their team get some space, get some clam control, but they don't really have the clam economy for them.
They don't have a clam economy, but they did manage to push back that E-Leader, which is really important. You want to keep that E-Leader back as far as possible. Oh, and that Wave Breaker coming out is definitely going to help them sniff out any members of Salute. We do see that one member of Red Sun has a ball. The Trizuka is coming out. Nice double there with the Booyah. Huge pick there.
Big Booyah. There goes Beam in with that power climb. First dunk of the game. And the rest of In Control is going to be able. Tigo is going to be popping those missiles on the reflex. Goes down before they can throw too many clams in. Admiral on that Splatling, trying to cause some space, but the Salute's defensive wave break really shutting In Control down. Not able to get any more points on the board past 65, which is good. And so far in this game, it feels like it could go down to the last final minute before we see a lead spot.
It could. On the other hand, though, this game is being so stally, and particularly because Salute has such a defensive comp. They don't have a lot of subs that they can use to help push in conjunction with the specials. So if one member goes down, just like Salute is right there, it's going to be hard for them to push in.
Hard indeed, but the Spotling going down and the trade, Nico has fallen. Beam is still alive, they'll find some more. And that's going to be good enough to get the E-Litter down. The jumps are coming in from In Control. In Control has their power climb at the ready. They have their engagement tool of those missiles, and Beam is in a position going to allow the rest of In Control to follow them up with that crab tank. This is all in Control. As long as they don't lose too many members, and they've lost one, their machine has fallen. Admiral is still alive on that Spotling, has to watch out for this E-Litter's long range, and this push is just getting so stalled out.
It is getting stalled out. The Wave Breaker comes out, looks like it might have gotten and eaten up, and that is 2 down on the side of Red Sun. So now it's Salute's chance to really push in here, get Prophet set up onto their plat, get the E-Leader on the center mid, 2 down on the side of Red Sun. Slowly they're losing control of mid, and you can see the mines there as well. That's going to be ease problems later for them when they push back in.
Many problems indeed. Salute with their crab tank, and now with the power clamp, looking to see where they can find their opportunities. Falling though, Tigo with that great reflex shot, hitting all three shots at the same time, getting that beautiful burst damage down. And again, this lead that Red Sun, In Control Red Sun, have built, we are down in the last minute, and nothing has changed.
This is a map that can be very stally, especially if you can't push in. It's very similar to how Humpback Pumpstack was, and it's not surprising that we see that the score hasn't changed aside from the one push. The crab tank coming out though, crab tank versus crab tank fight. Of course, the one does go down on sooner. Nico just barely able to survive that Trizuka, and Amber coming around, whipped it heavy. 2 members have balls on Salute. That's enough for the lead change if they can get them in. But they're running out of time, and they only have one special.
Wave Break is not a special that they want to go aggressive with. That's going to be In Control's Wave Break as well, defensively being used. And now here they go. Prophet's going in. They get the one claim in. Can they get the jumps in though? I don't think they will be able to. They can get the second power claim in, and that's going to be good there for the lead. Salute is able to get the game right in the last dying seconds, right before overtime starts. And In Control Red Sun dropping this first game. Salute coming up clutch right at the end, getting one special and the space that they needed. In Control kind of let them walk in the front door almost.
Yeah, they stalled that out a little bit too long. Admiral plays very aggressively at a heavy, and sometimes it does work out for them. It just didn't work out this time.
Yeah, did you feel like there was any major holes that Red Sun kind of left open that they should have been able to fix?
Possibly they used the crab tank a little bit too early, because when the 2 crab tanks were fighting, you did see that the crab tank on In Control ended up going down first. And not down as in dying, down as in they lost the mech, especially just ran out. So the members of Salute were able to use the last couple of tank shots from their own crab tank to really push up on the plat where the ramp is. And I think that definitely didn't help.
Our next map is Hagglefish Market Splat Zones. Do you think we're going to see the heavy again, or would you like to see both teams try and go for a E-Leader matchup?
I don't think we'll see an E-Leader versus E-Leader, purely because I don't think Admiral plays Charger. I'm pretty sure Admiral is strictly heavies and Hydras.
Do you think we'll see Hydra or heavy?
Possibly. Hydra could definitely be a lot more useful for displacing the E-Leader that Salute will probably run. just because the Booyah Bomb lets them get up onto the areas that Chargers like to perch on this map, the tents that you can't ink. Wavebreaker's just not going to reach there. So you definitely want something to displace that Charger a little bit more. You get away with it on the museum because of how big of a map it is and so much cover. Hagglefish just doesn't have as much cover, and the areas where Chargers like to perch is perfect sight lines.
We're going to see Admiral sticking on to that heavy, followed up by that to go on that reflex. Reflex heavy combination is so strong at putting out a lot of paint and causing a lot of chaos against Chargers. A little bit more surprising to think about, just because of how many missiles that reflex can pop out.
We don't talk about missile spam.
I have a silver missiles badge. I said it. Cancel me.
But we do see that the machine coming around, getting that flank, the Booyah coming out, that will be good to displace the E-Layer, and we do see that we chuck right back towards them, and now they can really rush in and try and get picked. Looks like the Gal is going to go down here, possibly. See if they can get some orange. Oh, they're out of ink. They managed to get the trade on the machine because they lost their ink tank.
Yeah, that's a slight commentator curse, but not too much. Not too much damage. Hopefully some more damage going to be caused by that Trizuka. Nothing really to be found other than space, along with a wave breaker, which will actually help cap the zone. Salute able to stay in it. Now the jump rope needs to be played by Admiral. They're going to be able to shred that crab tank. Missiles coming in, capping that zone. Now in control, in control. Palu's going to be going with the squeezer and the 52 go, trying to make their way down to create some space. Beam does fall. Palu also has fallen. This is Salute's opportunity to try and take lead. They have no penalty.
Yeah, essentially a 2v2 on the field at that time. It looks like the Squeezer is going to keep on trying to keep that right alleyway clear so that way their teammates can flank in as well. The Wavebreaker out on the zone. Nice pick from 2 down on each side of the field. Beautiful shot on that crab tank there, which is key because that crab tank is really keeping Salute out. They want to keep that splash down.
Yeah, and in control now have no penalty on their zone. They've lost Nico on that machine now. How much longer can they hold on? I don't think they're too close to specials. They have lost the zone. They have those missiles at the ready to go. They're going to be looking to pop them. Sees the last 2 members of Salute. Salute pretty much have lost zone just straight off of those missiles.
Yeah, now Vertigo's got to go charge more missiles because that's what reflexes do best.
we also do killing things. We can spot things from time to time. Like
yeah,
there.
Just like that.
Boom, boom, quick! It's a weapon that does a lot of pain. If it didn't have missiles, it wouldn't be toxic and it wouldn't be hated.
That is probably very true, but 35 seconds remaining on the clock. Salute's got to pull something off soon. They have the Trizuka out. Looks like they're going to go for someone. They get a pick, it looks like. Not able to find anyone else. The crab tank is shredded, and then the own crab tank coming out from Salute will pick off Admiral as well. Huge pick there. You lose the anchor, you lose your backline, you lose your jump spots.
Besides the missile spam, what does In Control need to do to really get this E-Leader out? Because the missiles will just push them back, and they have very little time to do this.
They need to push up into Salute's spawn. They are kind of okay with just chilling down in the court area. They need to really get up in their faces. The E-Leader's not going to like that.
That's going to be one falling. Crab Tank coming out from Red Sun. Salute, they're trying to hold on. They have the lead now. That's going to be in Salute's favor, something that they want. Wave Break should be coming out from the E-Layer. Missiles coming out again from Vertigo. In Control trying to go to the zone. They have to get this quick. They can pan a lot of this really fast with the reflex, and they have. Luckily for In Control, they live to fight another day. But they are losing members left, right, and center. How much longer can they hold on for? That's not going to be good. Beam being the last one alive, and that's going to be Salute. Taking back zone and sending Red Sun back to spawn.
Yeah, but with a 60-point penalty, that is a lot. The Squeezer manages to get a nice pick on the crab tank using Splash, which is giving them so much problems. And now you can see that Salute's really pushing up this spawn. This is what Red Sun really needed to do. They gotta get up into Salute's faces if they can get him pushed back spawn. But there's only 20 seconds remaining, roughly, give or take. So it's going to be hard, especially with one member down. The missiles coming out, but they're painted over instantly. Here comes the crab tank. You can see that Admiral is pushed up on the left. We might see a cap. No, we don't.
No, they couldn't even get close to the zone. That Crab Tank and an E-Liter behind a Splash Wall is devastating. There's almost nothing you can do against that.
You'd have to flank them, and they just did not have enough time for a flank.
Oh, and that's going to be Salute going up 2-0 in this best of 5. We are in the best of 5 elimination phase of the tournament. In control, Red Sun. This is looking grim for them on their first time being on a big stream under their new brand.
Yeah, but these have both been very close games, so we could still see a reverse 3-2 sweep.
Going to Hammerhead Bridge Tower Control, do you think that the Heavy or maybe a Hydra would be a good pick, or do you want to see maybe a Ballpoint or even a Nautilus coming out from Admiral?
I'm not sure which one would be the best to take out the E-Leader, because really, they're doing a great job dealing with the other members. They're just not pushing the E-Leader back far enough. And E-Leader is king on this stage. You can have such clear sight lines, you can hit the tower halfway across the map. The checkpoints are easily accessible from one of the two premier sniping perches. They need more than just missiles. They either have to get super close to that E-Leader and force it into a tap shot fight, or they have to just try and hard focus 3 down, 2 down the other members of Salute constantly.
That's something I also kind of completely agree with. In tower control, you only really go as fast as the tower moves, which is exactly kind of the name of the game. Luckily for them, actually I think it's unlucky for them, they will be moving into Kalana's sight line at all times, as long as they are still playing Charger. And something to note that people aren't seeing is Kalana was by far the last person to ready up. Do you think that was them swapping weapons, or them just going over team strategies?
Hard to say. I know sometimes some people, they won't swap at all and they won't ready up right away just to mess with people's heads.
Hey,
Kalana has not swapped off. Looks like only change I'm seeing is that now on the side of Red Sun, instead of seeing the Splash, we see a Trizuga, which could definitely help with the E-Leader, provides a bit more range in the Booyah.
Yeah, that's going to be beam swapping to the, I was going to call Octo Shot. That's a splatter shot, what am I saying? And then that's going to be Nico swapping to that Splash-O-Matic.
Oh, unfortunate there for Profit, but Beam with the beautiful Suction Bomb pick, 2 down very quickly on Salute. We've seen this before. Red Sun is great at winning in the first 30 seconds of the fight, getting that first grab of the objective. Now they just gotta keep it moving.
So far, so good for them. They have to watch out. Kalana's the Charger. He is just watching that tower. There's going to be one falling. That's the spotlight gone. How much longer can In Control hold on to tower? Not for too much longer, as the Crab Tank has expired and quickly taken out. Salute making their way to that first checkpoint. All might not win the games, but it is very important to clear it really quickly.
Yeah, Salute smells blood in the water. They know that if they win this one, they go on to the next round. Admiral is going to try and see if they can get a pick on a Heavy, but that's just a risky spot for Heavy because of the slow fire, right? And then, lasered with that Killer Whale 5.0. Pelu is doing a great job using that special. It's going to be a little bit unwieldy at times.
It's a difficult special to control if you don't really understand its properties, but as soon as you understand what it uses to track and how you can use it to track, it can do a lot of damage.
You know, Kalana is on the tower. Smart positioning, you want to have your backline on the tower because they're going to be moving the slowest, so you might as well have it on the objective. Missiles coming out from Vertigo. Looks like one member of the Salute is going to push up, and manages to get the trade on Vertigo. Unfortunate. 2 versus 3 on the field at the last checkpoint for Salute, so things are getting really dicey. Salute wants it. They are hungry for it.
They're not hungry enough to sit on the tower, though. They want to get this checkpoint. And Kalana just falls to the suction bomb. They could have easily been through that 7 seconds. There was 7 seconds where they weren't sitting on the tower. Make that even 5. They're still somehow fighting. Profit's holding. Crab Tank's out. The members of In Control are nowhere to be found. They're kind of coming back from spawn. Admiral and Vertigo are coming in. They have been able to stop this tower, but all the way to 6. That is devastating on a map like Hammerhead.
Yeah, Generally speaking, I would say that anything past the third checkpoint on Hammerhead is pretty much a guaranteed safe lead.
They're not done. They keep going. The Zuka's coming out with the defensive missiles from Red Sun. The offensive killer whale's coming out. Palu's trying to go for a flank. Can't find exactly what they need. Chase is gonna be jumping in. Chase live. I think Nico sees that. Nico has splatted them. Ooh. In control. They need to come back in the series. And
they really need to. Because this is not a situation they've faced before on the stream being so far behind this early in the game. So they really have to take a step back, refocus, get their specials, and just do a couple nice chains together. But with this one going down, who did have their special, it's going to be a problem. And Admiral is getting stuck in the back against 2v1 on a crab tank with limited mobility. Not what you want to see.
Not at all. That's going to be Palu starting to move up with this gal again. Loot using some good dash dancing with that wall. Popping that killer whale. Killer whale 5.1 going in, doing a lot of damage, breaking that crab tank, following it up with some great 52 gal shots, and now just playing it back and defensively. Smart play. Don't always have to feed in. And their team is able to do a lot of good work on that right side.
Yeah, Admiral is the only one up now on Red Sun, so now that makes Salute free to just rush in and take ground away from the members of Red Sun as they respawn.
Respawning, they are. This is going to be another killer whale popped, allowing Salute to really do a lot of damage to Red Sun. Admiral popping that wave break, trying to slow down Salute, but Salute's march is coming. Profit in that crab tank. One on that tower, but those missiles are going to cause so much damage. They should at least take everyone away from that tower, and they have. Red Sun able to finally get a foothold that they need, but it's only in their own spawn. And a delayed wipeout at that. They need this next push to be game winning.
They need it to be huge. 30 seconds remaining on the clock, now counting overtime. Of course, the crab tank is ready. The Inkzuka is out. One down on the two down on the side of Salute. The E-leader is gone, so no more range that they have to worry about until it respawns, but the other members have got to be getting close to that special, and they've got so many checkpoints to get through. Inkzuka coming out, going after that tower. Are they able to find anyone? Doesn't look like it. The crab tank just barely survives. They gotta watch out for Prophet coming around on the right-hand side. 2 down.
They got them. They have to take him with that 3. There's gonna be a killer whale.
Wipe out.
Wipe out. That's great. They have a checkpoint to go through. Chase is still alive though. They're coming in. Vertigo's trying to find this tower to go move faster. This is gonna be so tight. Can any member of Salute get there in time? No, the missiles are coming out. They are going to go there right at the end. In control, Red Sun. When it looked like everything is over, when it looked like they could no longer do it, they found a way to bring it back. And this is just the beginning of what they need to be a complete reverse sweep.
That is a momentum flip right there. You come back from staring defeat in the face, it's just right there, and you can feel your tournament series coming to an end, and all of a sudden you just hit the gas when you need it, and getting something like that, it is a real motivator. Their VC is probably popping off right now.
6 to 75 is what the scoreboard looked like going into the last 30 seconds. 6 to 75 with 2 checkpoints to go through, no less. Just the special coordination of In Control coming out with that Zuka, getting 2, allowing them to have 3 of their specials at the ready to snowball it. Did you like how they spaced out their specials in the end there to really?
They did a really good job, just having the constant pressure, and with how fast the 3 weapons, the splash, the splatter shot, and the reflex get their specials, they were able to chain it one after another, or right away. As soon as one ended, another one began, and by the time the one cycle was complete, the first reflex had their missiles again to clinch that last little bit of ground before the end of it.
Another reason why reflexes
work.
Another reason why missiles should be off of reflex. But Nogami won't do that. Something that Nogami will do though is patch some of the bugs on Sturgeon Shipyard Rainmaker. Luckily, they have, so it is a functioning map again. But that's where we're headed. We're headed to Rainmaker Sturgeon Shipyard. It has gone through a little bit of construction between Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3.
I would hope so. It's been 5 years. Most shipyards do a little bit of changing in 5 years.
Yep. And more so than the checkpoints. Well, have you noticed the top left path that teams aren't going for that as much anymore.
It does not surprise me. That was always the slightly riskier path, in my opinion, because there's so much it can go wrong. It's a very clearly telegraphed path. It's great if you could go up there, but if you miss the jump because of Toxic Mist or even just running through a tiny little bit of enemy ink, you are down in a pit and everybody above you can fire down upon you. Bombs can be dropped down on you, and if you don't make the jump, then you're essentially forced to go for the sponge, which is even riskier.
The other thing that's changed in this game is you can no longer jump from, like, if the spinner is up, you can't jump across. You have to have the spinner down once you get to that checkpoint, which is I think, a really bad thing with this map, which they should change back.
Of course, you could always do the leap into the abyss to get the points, which some people do. We see that members of Salute have their crab tank out already, one down on the side, two down on the side of Red Sun. So it looks like the initial engagement is going in Salute's favor. They're going to rush that heavy really fast. Oh, but here comes the try.
Nico and that Tri-Slash are something that has that Toxic Mist, which can shut down this leaping block so well. A weapon that hasn't seen a lot of play, but I think it has a very strong niche on this map, as it does fall to that Trizuka shot. Both teams just scrappy in mid. And do you want to take a bet with me that 97 will not be the winning push?
I'm not a betting person, but that is definitely a bet you should take to Vegas.
Yep. See, I'm a Vegas odd person, but Vegas wouldn't accept me. That's unfortunate.
And the Rainmaker does reset. A whole meaningless 2 points back. Amazing. Best reset ever. Admiral is up on that spinner. Of course, the Charger is also on the other spinner. The Charger did swap off the E-Leader, it looks like, to the Infection Splatter Scope. So a little bit more mobility for this Rainmaker game. Kind of smart. You do want to be more mobile for Rainmaker. And Admiral is just fearless against that Crab Tank, just going straight up to it.
Yeah, Spotlegs don't actually enjoy fighting against Crab Tank because of their weird hitbox and the fact that Spotlegs do less damage to every single thing in the game that isn't an actual Inkling for some reason.
Yes.
Why did they do that? Oh, that's going to be in control, losing 3 members. That's good for Salute. They're going to look to go for the top left path. Nope, they're going straight down mid. They're going to go for the first checkpoint. They have to break this checkpoint before they want to get any further past the 50 mark. And that's what they're looking to do. So far, they're stalling. Salute has stalled. Red Sun should be back in a position. Missiles are coming out. Can they live? They get the... No, they don't get the dunk. They don't get the dunk right at the last possible moment. The Rainmaker is going to be popped. Can Nico survive? Nico cannot survive that pop. Wavebreaker is out. Prophet's using that aggro Crab Tank. But they're going to be backing away. And that is an amazing stop for In Control. Right at the last opportunity.
I don't think Salute's just done yet, Bob. Well, the Crab Tank does come out. The Rainmaker resetting does effectively end that push. But Salute didn't really back up too much, which isn't what they need. The missiles coming out. Gonna force one member back a little bit. Not really able to get anyone. The Charger is down. Trizuka's down. Reflux is in danger of dying. Goes down to a Burst Bomb combination. And it looks like Splash is going to go down to a nice double 2v1 from Nico and a Splatling. And now they're going to push way deep into Salute space. They really want to get that area nice and pink for when they make their push.
This will be a great inkjet spot. Nico has popped it. Ooh, but Emmer wanted to go top left. Wanted to pull the Splatoon 2 strat, go top left. Unfortunately, there was 2 people watching it for the side of Salute. So Red Sun's push will kind of stop. They have a Crab Tank at the ready, and they should be able to probably get this pop on the Rainmaker. No, but they aren't going for it, and they've lost Admiral as well. That is not something you want. The trades are out, but losing your backline at the moment isn't what they need. Beam popping that Crab Tank as well a little bit early. They really are investing everything early.
Now, they're actually smart to let the Rainmaker reset there, I think, because that is a clear sight line for the Charger. You don't want to be in a clear sight line for Charger to pick it up. Vertigo's going to pick up the Rainmaker now. Not sure if they're going to go for the left. We see one member of In Control sharking. Looks like it's the Tri-Slosher. And 2 members of Salute are on the top left. You can see that members are popping festivals. The Killer Roll 5.1 does not manage to find anyone. The Trizuka comes out. How is that Tri still alive?
Somehow, some way. And now they're going to be going for the jet from the high ground. This is great. But that Charger, they can see exactly where they are. And that Crab Tank, another good special at taking them out. Beautiful usage. Now Palu's going to try and find Vertigo. Vertigo needs to find some space in here. The clock is running down. We're under 50 seconds. What can In Control do? Their backs are still up against the wall. They see the Charger on the right. I think they're going to go start pushing to go left. But no. No, Chase comes in with the great squeezer shots. Get 1, 2, 3 burst down, and the Rainmaker has fallen.
1v1 on the field, but they are losing the ink back as well, so that's going to be one less defensive special. You can see that the Slash is ready to pop up into mid to get some picks as possible. But still, 57, they don't even have to get it super far. They just need to break one checkpoint. If they get a clean 3-down situation, Red Sun is in a good position. You can see them cleaning up the top left. It looks like they might go for it.
Well, I think Beams caused a lot of distraction. Vertigo has fallen though. That's gonna be Adverb popping that wave breaker top left, but they have to pop the Rainmaker. They need to get Rainmaker. No, they forgot Rainmaker. They forgot objective. How do you forget objective?
Sometimes when you're shooting at the Rainmaker shield, you don't realize how long it takes to pop it if other people, even just one person, is shooting at it to try and stop it. It's a common stall technique. In Control was doing a really good setup. They just needed 5 more seconds.
Oh, that's difficult. And I don't know. I'm gonna comment on it. Everyone at IPL, thanks you guys for subbing on Twitch. That helps. That helps everybody out here at IPL, and we definitely thank you for the hype train. But objective, we forgot objective. That's a difficult way because there's an opportunity for Red Sun. There's an opportunity after that last tower control game on Hammerhead. There's an opportunity for them to take this in a reverse sweep fashion. But who knows? It died because they didn't pop Rainmaker.
Well, they popped it, just not in time.
Yeah, not in time.
But there's always next week, and considering that Red Sun is sponsored now, I think that we'll be seeing them a lot more, and I would love to see them back in Hammerhead.
I definitely think that they deserve Hammerhead and they belong. But with that, we have ended our first round of Top Cut for Great White, and this will be the end of Chad's and my run on the mic.
Yeah, so before we go, Genie, where can the good people in chat find you?
The good people in chat can find me at Genie7, GENIE7 _ on Twitter, no _ on Twitch, and I made a TikTok, and I'm going to be posting stuff on TikTok because Splatoon TikTok has been popping off, so that's something. Nothing on there yet, but yeah, you guys will see me at Big House this weekend. But yeah, Shads, where can the lovely viewers find you?
The lovely viewers can find me when I'm not accidentally uploading my mic again on X42 on Twitch, IV_Shads_ on Twitter. No, that's on Twitch. The Shadow Dragon 42 is on Twitter. You probably see me in the chat tonight. That's it for the two of us. SOS will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
What's good, everyone, and welcome to Swimmer Sync KD4. My name is Bowser. I'm the reason there are arrow sprays in your matches, and I'm here with NM right now, and we're here to commentate some matches today.
Yeah, super excited to be here. And before we get into it, I had a good idea a while back. And chat, anybody in chat, you can play this game along with me. If you have a drink, this is your perfect opportunity to take some drinks. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Every time you see a Tenna missile user or a machine player, take a drink.
That's...
Oh, that is...
You're either going to be really hydrated or really in need of hydration if you play this game.
Yes, that is what we're doing today. I have a drink with me right now too. It's like half full because I was drinking it before, so hopefully it doesn't run out.
I have some water from my sink.
Go ahead, if you feel like you want to drink water from your sink, you can do that as we get into our first set here with Yamum against Rising Wave. Yamum is actually a team that's going into Big House, literally all aboard to watch Area Cup. Alright, everybody watch Area Cup now, but anyways, as I was saying, Yamum is actually going to Big House tomorrow. It's tomorrow, which is like so weird. But yeah, Dude, Hope, Storm, Power, a lot of big players in the scene going up against Rising Wave. They got a logo, and they consist of Morsa, Nikaido, Nick, and Cam. Nice teams we got here.
Yeah, I hope they'll throw down for us and give us a very good match to watch. I'm always looking for a show here. And I'm really excited to see you all at Big House, by the way, because I will be there Friday and Saturday commentating as well. So I'm looking forward to meeting everyone and watching these matches unfold, and I'll be taking a lot of notes. I'm so excited to see it. So this is a little preview, a little, get to flex the commentary muscles a little bit so that I'm good for Friday. So.
I will be at Big House too. I missed the mark on commentary, big sad, but other than that, I'll be TOing and also playing as part of Splat Force 3, and I'll be in the Detroit area from Thursday to Monday. So. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I have a flight actually at 7 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm not going to sleep.
I'm the opposite. I'm flipping my nocturnal schedule slowly back to diurnal. By tomorrow, I'm going to sleep at 12 p.m., wake up at 6, stream, and then go to my flight. So we have very different flight schedules. But it should be fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and it looks like our players are getting ready now. We should be heading into our first match momentarily. I didn't see anything, so I actually don't know where we're going.
Yeah, me neither. hopefully they don't have a machine or 10 missiles because that would be pretty early on to take a drink. I mean, luckily I only have a water whiskey. I mean, I'm lucky in this scenario. But first off, we're going to Splat Zones. The map that shall not be named. The one where the mid is just it's something.
The mid is not something you'd want to see in Pokemon Unite or League of Legends. Actually,
yeah,
it's bad in those games too. Yeah.
It feels like something, like you're like trying to go somewhere, but you're just you feel stuck, and things are trying to like drag you back. That's what going to mid in Wahoo World just feels like. It is so bad.
You said the map that should not be named.
Oh no! Oh no!
How could you?
Oh god! I'm dragged away.
I just released. I was on TikTok talking about my favorite turf war levels, and Wahoo World is my least favorite because it's aesthetically like such a cool stage, and then you have to go to mid. Look at this! Like you want to go to Wahoo World, you can't tell me, oh man, I don't want to go to this theme park. It's so tragic. But looking at the weapons, sloshing machines.
I'm gonna take 2 drinks.
Yeah, unfortunate for you. Right now, I do like the compositions though. We got a good mix for our close range, a little more range on the side of Rising Wave, but first killer whale coming out immediately. Gonna pressure this right side, allow them to get that mid pretty quickly actually.
Yeah, as we see here, the brush just ran in, tried to get as much as they can, but they stuck a little too close to the Fizzy Bomb coming out from Morsa here, going in with the machine. Of course, really strong weapons, sticking to the splash wall. They have a really solid control of mid Rising Wave does, and because of how this map works, your mom has to work really hard in order to take it back, but, we just gotta see what they do. They have 2 specials here, so let's see if they can play with them.
Yeah, I mean, that Wave Breaker will hopefully let them in, but, not if your team goes down like that. And again, like, we can't stress it. This mid is stressful. It's difficult. You have to really whittle it down and push everyone back. With the way the walls are positioned, it can be pretty rough. Oh, I really like that attempt there by our 4K player. Still trying to find opening. Okay, lost control. Not enough still. Only 20 points remain. This might be a really fast round 1 with the way the lives are going down right now.
Yeah, it is only the E-meter on the side of Yamam, but they're going to be picked down by the Junior, and that is going to end the match. I'm just going to say it as somebody that used to play Junior. I hate it when I judge the Junior weapon. It feels terrible.
Absolutely. I totally understand. And also, that's the most Wahoo World match we ever could have gotten. Like, it was just like, hey, we got control of mid, and, like, you better stack your specials and get in here as clean as possible, get a pick, and take it over, or you'll never make it in. And yeah, at the end there was 3 down for Yamam, and Rising Wave only lost 1 player. That's the Wahoo World mid, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is Wahoo World mid for you. It is basically 3 different maps that have like a little bit in between. But we are going to move on to our next map mode, being Inkbot Tower Control. I've ran into this map mode a lot lately, and honestly, it is a lot of fun. I don't know, just pushing on this map, it's fun.
Yeah, it's very the mid fight, and I find is very interesting. The places where you get choked are it's very traditional chokes. It kind of feels like TF2 or maybe like Overwatch to a degree. The like the way the chokes play are very like traditional, hold the corners, like throw your stuff, try to find cover. It's a real battle, and I find it very fun myself. That might be because, again, I'm originally a dualies player, so I understand that vibe, but I certainly don't mind this map. I'm curious how chat feels about it. Looking over now to see what they say, but I should at least see a good fight here. I expect this to be the snipers to try to get some nice positioning and pick people off, and specials to be hidden around corners, wave breakers in weird places. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, be a lot of fun as we are just waiting for Rising Wave to finish fighting on. I'm just really excited to see what we got here.
I want a compilation in the future. I want a compilation of cursed wave breaker locations. Like
Yeah, go on with your thought.
Oh, just like, where they don't belong or where they work and they shouldn't work, and I'm sure someone's already cooking up that video for me.
Yeah, I know Pika already has a video about good wave breaker locations, and I've kind of been using those for beacon locations too, but of course tweaking it to where beacons can work. So it's a good video. It's a good video. As we get into our second match here, oh my, all right,
Sloshing machines, 3 sips. Yeah, so a 4K on one side.
No.
I personally I understand the use of 4K here. You can reach across the planet, but I like the splatter scope or splat charger. Having the faster charge time here, I feel like you can get a lot of work done with just how close you're always in proximity to other players on this map.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really good. As we see on the side of Rising Wave, they have a lot of survivability with one big bubble. They got Big Bubbler in Krak, and of course, people have probably touched on this before, but those two specials are so instrumental in this mode because it's just all right, we're at checkpoint. You gonna shoot us? That's cute. It doesn't work.
Yeah, and unless you have like a roller or something, you're not gonna get best of luck even getting in there and stopping it. Even once you have the ability to stop it, the bubbler combos is so strong. Also, you know what's strong?
Ooh.
Sloshing machines. That's a really nice wipeout though, and that's gonna let Yamam really push this tower into this first checkpoint. The first checkpoint, it's pretty manageable. I think everyone tends to get this in an even match. It's this next checkpoint that gets a little rough.
Yeah, as they push back checkpoint 1, and there's a machine down by the Inkling with their splat bomb going in, and picking one off, but there's another splash machine waiting for them as we see the Charger still sitting on the tower, but a Booyah Bomb is gonna just disperse them off of there. And the Inkling was just chilling on there trying to get checkpoint, and I'm pretty sure they got it.
Yeah, they snuck that checkpoint. That was a really good push. Most of your mom going down right now. Rising Wave getting control over the map again. That was a really nice little extra point or two. We've seen, you and I specifically have seen how close these tower control and whatnot matches can get. I think that if you could fight and fiend for those tiny little points, that's huge. Let's see this fight. Here comes the bubbler in the vac. That's a free checkpoint. Look, they're just gonna walk it in, get past that checkpoint. Oh, it's a good trade there. Oh, that's a lot of people dead right now.
Yeah. Yeah, as we move in, Rising Wave trying to get the second checkpoint, picking a lot off from Yamam. As the E-Leader is trying to back up here, they can't fight anything because, it's an E-Leader going down to the slosh machine as they push in further, trying to get on bats through the ink rail. Just talking about that, I really love how they put an ink rail right there for bats. It just makes it so easy to get in there now, but also to defend bats itself.
Yeah, I like that Morsa's attempt to the play there was trying to use that ink rail to kind of push it. Didn't quite have it, but I like the idea. I want to see more of that. Oh, trade up top right now. They're going to get past that checkpoint and gain the lead. This is a huge push from Rising Wave right now. Let's see what Yamam can do to stop it. We're on the tower. There goes 1, 2, 3. There's only one left. Where are they? I can't actually see.
I don't know. They're somewhere.
They must have jumped out, I think. Yeah, they jumped out.
Okay, good. As we see the Ink Brush putting on a killer whale to just try to find some opponents, or at least just try to disperse them as they go in on this left side here, throwing splat bombs, trying to bomb stall, see what they can do, but they're just getting backed up in a corner, and their short range isn't really helping them as 2 of them get picked off by 1 splat bomb. That is tragic.
The 2 for 1, I am a big fan of a little bit of cluster luck. Gotta enjoy that. That's the worst case scenario, right? You're playing that corner trying to stall with bombs, and then the corner ends up getting you killed as you try to get out. And this is another massive push from Rising Wave. This is actually pretty big. They can get stopped right here for sure, but this is all the way into their territory. Yamam's not gonna have much to work with here if they get control, and they haven't.
As the machine is pushing further in, just taking bats, it is theirs, it is their property now, as they're just picking everybody off, and it's just the brush on the side of Yamam, but they're going to get picked off. It is 2 left on the side of Yamam. They have to find something here. Machine goes down, and that is going to do it. Rising Wave takes that second game with their just amazing offensive and defensive capabilities.
Ways their specials so well. The cascading of them, the layering of the specials just kept Yamam out. And again, to lose that entire push at mid to that double kill with 1 splat bomb, it's unfortunate. It's so sad to see, but you know, if you're not aware of that positioning and kind of like where you can get choked out, one bad swim, one bad movement, your team goes down like that, it can be really hard to recover. And just like that, too, Rising Wave so dominant there. Though I loved Yamum's push at the start. I feel like they played pretty well, but Rising Wave is a force to be reckoned with, as we're seeing right now.
Yeah, what Yamum has to do is get pretty much just a reverse sweep as we move on to our third game here, Rainmaker on Mahi Mahi. For this one, it's very simple. That ramp, push it. You got the first checkpoint, all right, push it again. It's kind of just a straight line. That's what you want to do.
Another classic choke point map, right? Like where there's the very, very clinical by the books. This is the push. This is where you make your play. How are you gonna and you're gonna want to build around that. Your team composition is gonna want to play around that ramp fight because that ramp fight is everything. Everything else is pretty standard Splatoon, right? But finding a way to get up that ramp and finding a way to like take people out, push them back is difficult here.
Yeah, and your mom is going to make sure that they play well on this, or else that's going to be GG's for them.
Players are getting ready right now. I saw in chat the score right now is 2-0, Rising Wave in the lead. The first map was an absolute shutout on Wahoo World, and then the second map was on Inkling Art Academy. Was just a pretty solid match at first, but Rising Wave had some excellent play in taking over the second push from Yamum and just ran it all the way in. Very, very, very strong stuff. So hopefully it's not a 3 and done. Yamum can show us a bit of life here, and they definitely have a chance here. I feel like Mahi Mahi stresses some good fundamentals, so hopefully they have their comp together and they'll be able to keep it together, try to make it back.
As we go into our third match here, let's see the comps and let's see how many drinks I have to do right now.
A dangerous game.
It is a dangerous game, especially because it's the most popular weapon, but hey, I hate myself, so no, it's all good. Alright, as we see, 1 machine, 2 machine, no missiles, but zap!
There's an end zap.
Huge. It is definitely good for something like Rainmaker, and also the Cooler, which I feel like is definitely underrated, simply because of, you know, just the Ninja Squid meta, but it's still really good. Just a bunch of special saver, a bunch of quick respawn, and everything else it has going for it. It is just perfect for support. Now let me take my drink.
Yep, and I was going to say, you know what else is really good for support? Having a sloshing machine, any of the slosher class weapons, just being able to fire up those ramps and provide some pretty nice pressure. And that's going to allow Yamum here to start their ramp pressure and try to get something started. And you can see, I love this top-down view for this. Like, it is an actual hallway. It is just a fight. That's a really nice splat there. Let's see where that Booyah Bomb's going. It's going to hit the other ramp, push some people out. Prevent them from coming in on this push. Tacticooler buffs going left and right. I really like this play, and I completely agree with you. I think Tacticooler's underrated right now. It's so strong. The amount of buffs you can get out of it, the amount your team can use that for, I think it's incredibly helpful.
Yeah, no, it really is. Of course, look past that, I'm a little biased being a Zap and Dappledoodle's main, but like, it's still a really good special to play with. As we see, I did fail to mention, they do have a duty sport on the upside too. As we see the Inkback going in on that Rainmaker, making sure nobody gets it, and picks off Storm. It is free down on the side of Yamum. That is not good. As they take the Rainmaker, and it is a wipeout on the side of Yamum as they take the first checkpoint. Things are not looking good here as the Gala is pushing in with their splash ball, but it's gonna get pushed out. But the Rainmaker is going in. They got 15.
There's
What is going
so
on?
much to unpack here. Like just the fact that our Charger player was able to get out of the scenario after that crazy push. The patience from Rising Wave. Dominant. Just dominant performance. They were patient. They held on to resources. They waited for the opening, wipe out, and they ran it all the way in. That was cool. I want to know where Rising Wave's going from here. That's impressive. That was a very impressive showing of how dominant Splatoon can be if you're not ready. Those specials, your team's set up to be able to counter stuff like this. It's so important. This game is way more aggressive than Splatoon 2, and that's such a good example of if you're not ready for it, that aggression will run you over.
As we saw there, they just kept pushing through. Like the Chargers just ran into 15, and they're like, okay, I'm back. I'm going to push it again. And they take the set right there.
I can't believe that Charger player, I wasn't sure who it was, because Splatoon 3 Spectator hates us, but That was so. They got away with murder. They got multiple splats. They ran in, got pressure, ran up to an ink wall, and then got rushed by at least one, if not two people, and was able to just barely sneak out back to mid. Incredible was the player's name, I'm being told by Gert. Oh my goodness. That was a really, really, really exciting set. Wow.
Great stuff all around. But we are going to go on a quick hiatus for a little bit. We will see you next in a little bit for the next round.
Hiatus being like 5 minutes. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to Grand Finals of Swimmer Sync 84. My name is Bowser, and NM is off getting water. And we have our Grand Finals match. If you just missed Rising Wave playing, dominant performance in the last match. Absolutely top-tier play. I'm very excited to see how they do here against Bet to Destroy. I haven't seen them yet. I don't know much about them. I'm still new to the Splatoon scene, so I'm really excited to see the match happen, of course. And I will be solo commentating until NM is back, so...
Actually, I am right here. I just got back from getting my drink. I drank a bit too much because of the game I'm playing here, where I'm taking a drink every time I see a tennis missile player or a sloshing machine player. Yeah, that's very, very common, but I'm doing that as we get into our first match here.
Not leaving me hanging.
I was not leaving. Okay, there's one drink. There's one. Oh god, there's free drinks. All right, give me a sec.
All right, and here we go. 2 sloshing machines on Rising Wave and 1 on Bet to Destroy. We have a 4K and a Splatalot Junior. Pretty I mean, lots of booyah, lots of good dueling power here. You know, as long as you don't get stuck in crossfire, you should be good to go with the team like that. I like to see that. Although I do like seeing the Neo coming out. Or not the Neo, it's called the Splash-O-Matic. I just remember the Neo so much from Splatoon 2. Splat Bomb from Cam. Wonderful lob there. Special ready now, trying to not die to these suction bombs. Wonder where this is going to get planted.
Yeah, of course, with Big Bubbler, you always want to put it on sour, but as you see with there, sometimes you just got to put it in places just to protect yourself. As the junior gets picked off by the Trizuka there, coming out from the Splattershot player, as they're moving on left, get picked off. It's just the machine on the side of Better Destroy X, just trying to defend their area. Can they do it though? They're getting busy. They're just getting busy spam, but they take out one of the machines as they hide behind another wall, just trying to live as much as they can here.
Yeah, trying to hold this special. Look at Ninja Squid, lets them get out. To everyone in my TikTok comment sections telling me that Ninja Squid doesn't do anything, this is for you. If you can hold that Booyah Bomb, this is the kind of play that Bet to Destroy is going to need, actually. And I like the play right now, but stuck on the opposite wall that they were just stuck behind earlier. Looking a little rough out here, and they might lose this Booyah Bomb. No, they're gonna
They
cancel.
No way!
Plus L and a ratio. You hate to see it. The bubble goes down, and the tower's gonna move. This is a huge play from Rising Wave. I love the attempt from Bet to Destroy, but look at this. A substantial lead.
Yeah, as we see here, the Sloshing Machine is trying to get a pick, but it is just that Sloshing Machine left alive on Bet to Destroy X. Everybody else is gone as Bet to Destroy X gets the super jump advantage, getting on the tower and trying to zone out Rising Wave here. As we see, the machine is already putting up a Booyah Bomb on their spinner, just trying to get in there and taking the first checkpoint. They only need a few more points to get lead, but to go down and Bet to Destroy X, you got to stick out for a little bit longer. And they do, just a splatter shot. Where is he? The machine's trying to find him. Can he find anything? It's like hide and seek up in here. But I don't think Morse is going to get anything.
Oh my god, they're in the flank! They're still causing problems! This is an incredible play! I was going to compliment Bet to Destroy on just being able to recover that quickly and clap right back to Rising Wave, but what a remarkable way. They snuck around the whole enemy team. Where's my TikTok comment section? We gotta have a whole talk. We have a whole talk. No way, that was such an insane play.
Ninja Squid, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm blown away by that. That was incredible.
But let's not get distracted because Bet to Destroy X just got the second checkpoint as the splatter shot takes out a third guy. Just the Emitter left alive gets to pick on the splatter shot, and they got Respawn Punisher too. They gotta watch out for that. And will go down on the side of Bet to Destroy X, pretty sure from the machine. As Mars is trying to stay there, but they did not get the check. But the thing is, they got it all the way to 13. Rising Wave, with only a minute 40 left, they have a lot to get done in order to get the lead. But two are going to go down on their side as the machine is already pushing in, but gets injured by another person. I didn't even see who that was. It might have been the splatter shot, the splash. It was a shooter.
I love this. I love seeing this, right? Again, the recovery, the ability to bounce back and get their resources back together. And look at this frontline harassment. All of this right now is stalling for time. It's making Rising Wave's ability to come back even harder as two go down right now. Look at this pressure. There's a high likelihood that they're gonna knock it out right here.
Two down, but that doesn't mean nothing because there it is. That's game.
Okay,
and
so
I take the first set. Wow.
After watching Rising Wave do what they did last set, that was incredible because it started with Rising Wave being oppressive and playing really well, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't know what I expected. Rising Wave just proved to me how good they are. Bet to Destroy tried to hold on to a play, it didn't really work. A Booyah Bomb got canceled. Some players would find that pretty demoralizing. Oh, they just turned it full crush. They're like, okay, yeah, bet 1 second, and they just wow. That was good. That was great.
Yeah, that was really amazing. As we are moving on to our second set here, which is going to be Rainmaker on Hagglefish Market. I love Hagglefish. I am also very normal.
I mean, it's a reason to love it. This stage is so much fun. I don't think there's a mode that doesn't hit here. I really think it's just a fun layout with good flanks. It's just a good visibility too. It's I don't know. I think this map is incredible, and I'll watch any game out here. And Rainmaker is no different here, of course. And I want to see what Bet to Destroy does in Rainmaker, because with that ultra-aggressive splatter shot play from before, like, running that flank and that incredible pinch, I gotta see what they bring out. But I'm also interested in how Rising Wave is gonna run it back and clap back, because I hope they can, right? They showed us how good they were. They showed us how dominant they can control the match. I want to see them be able to come back against this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but, you know, we can talk about all that, but of course we gotta, you know, see what happens. Anything can happen in these types of Splatoon matches. You go in with the analytics, and it's just an upset. It can always be an upset. But we are waiting on three more players on the side of Rising Wave ready up here before we move in.
I think a sign of good balance for any video game is when the tournament scene has good upsets and like pretty high quality matches, right? Like when you see like the constant clapback and adaptation happening, you know your game's well designed. At least for the competitive element, like something's working well. Because some games, like, they get a settled meta and things go right back to normal. But Splatoon 3 has not gone back to normal. There's a lot of like changes in plays and new aggressive things that people are doing, and I love to see it.
Yeah, but of course that's just gonna have to wait until we see what we got here on Rainmaker. I have my cup ready there. As we see, all right, one machine. Of course, their comp going unchanged on the side of Bet to Destroy X, but on Rising Wave, we see, of course, a machine, but we have the Zap here. Zap seems to be really favorable in Rainmaker. I'm not seeing it anywhere else, which makes sense. It's a good Rainmaker carrying weapon. But, of course, it can be useful in some other modes, but, of course, Tactical Cooler does make it a bit awkward in something like tower control.
Yeah, and I really like what, right, you drop your cooler, you grab your buff, and then you're good to play for Rainmaker, or you're good to do something aggressive, and that plays, you know, that has a two-purpose here. Oh my god, what a splat coming through right there and trick on the bottom path. This is what I love about Hagglefish, these flanks, right? They keep you humble, right? You have to respect these flanks, you have to respect your backside, but you have so much leeway to play on this in this mid. I really like the back and forth that you'll see here, and you're actually seeing that just now. No one's gone to a checkpoint just yet. No one's actually really done much with the Rainmaker at all.
Yeah, as it is still in mid, the Zap picking it up here and trying to run it. It gets protected by one of their teammates. That's what you want to do as they are trying to take it towards mid. Now you see here chat, this mid area is very important for a Hagglefish push. They got the checkpoint, but what really counts is getting it from that checkpoint area to right where that charger is standing. That gets you from 62 to 28 with one jump, and that can make or break your Rainmaker print this map.
And that leads to so much counterplay, right? Like, do you play for the jump? Do you take the long route? Do you have people go and flank and get that route safer for your team to climb? There's so many ways to play it too, and it's all nice here. Inkvac putting in some serious work. That's gonna allow the Rainmaker to get pretty close all the way to 29. There's a wipe though. Bet to Destroy though is going to be able to start moving it back towards and get something started. Rising Wave doing a good job recovering after that last match. This is a good start for them for sure. Let's see how they bring it, if they can keep it together.
Yeah, as we see here, the Charger, I'm pretty sure, just holding onto that Rainmaker, getting this checkpoint. Are they going to get it? Yes, they do, pretty easily, as one is down on either team. Tactical Cooler is deployed right next to their canopy as they splat the Rainmaker, making sure they don't get anything past checkpoint. The Zap is going for an aggressive play here and takes out one of the members of Bet to Destroy X as they take the Rainmaker and use their swim speed up boost in order to get back in there. And yeah, NZAP is just really good playing aggressive nowadays because of Tactical, where it's just like, oh, I'm gonna die, that's, alright, sure, I'm just back instantly.
And again, using that Tactical on defense too, what that allowed was not only for them to be there if like they trickled down, they would respawn immediately and hopefully hold on a little longer, but because they won the fight. I mean, look at how much they were able to push it back and force Bet to Destroy have to make another play, an entire other play from a very disadvantageous point. And I think that's what makes it like such an interesting ability in Rainmaker. That double-sided use case is very, very nice.
Yeah, as we see a Rainmaker reset here with Rising Wave just trying to protect it, gets a kill on the Spire Shot. Pretty sure with the Fizzy Bomb, the machine is going to go down with a splash, but the splash is going to go down to somebody else. I don't even know. It's just Everybody's getting picked off one by one as the Charger from Bet to Destroy X is trying to secure mid space, trying to pick out anybody they can from Rising Wave and secure the Rainmaker here.
Yeah, sitting dangerously on an Ink Fact, that'll help them get a really nice push, but oh, they're actually going to take the Rainmaker with the Vacuum. I mean, it's not a bad play if they can make it, but unfortunately they get pinked by the Trizuka from the bottom corner. What a shot, actually. I would have missed that 10 out of 10 times, can confirm. and that's such a big momentum swing, though, for Bet to Destroy. They're now just going to be sitting back once again, trying to make a play, and Rising Wave is positioned so well to just keep them out.
Yeah, but as we see there, one of the machines got the other machine. It was machine duel, and that machine just won against the other machine, as this machine is going to kill that other person. Use the Booyah Bomb here, but Trizuka is going to try to push him back as they got the jump, and they got the 1 point lead. Dang!
Wow, not another 1 point lead situation. Oh my, not again. I love seeing these, of course, as, again, another machine coming through right now with this big push. We got a Booyah Bomb getting set up. Where's it going? Off to the right side there. Gonna push some people back. I like the use of Slosher here. Force them back. Don't give them an inch so you can try to clap back immediately. Rising Wave has a lot of work to do here with only 23 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, they messed up by giving them that jump. They're just going to have to try to get that jump back or go through this long route by taking, the stairs. It's just all up to what they do here as they are trying to protect their Rainmaker in the canopy, but somebody picks them off. It is 2 down on the side of Rising Wave. It is not looking good for them. They gotta pop it and take it, but the Trizuka and the Booyah Bomb is watching that Rainmaker, and that's gonna be the end of the game, going to Bet Destroy X for match 2.
Wow. Amazing stuff. I mean, I'm so happy the Rising Wave showed us just how much life they have in, and they can clap back, but Bet to Destroy, yeah, you're right. That jump is everything. The amount of points you get from that is huge, and unfortunately for Rising Wave, there was a moment where the Rainmaker player's back was completely exposed, and I'm not sure if the Splatalot player was supposed to be flanking, but they were down in the alleyway and ultimately weren't fast enough, and that was the Rainmaker drop for them. So a bit of a tragic defeat there to lose to that 1 point, but great stuff from Bet to Destroy, playing extremely well as we move into a game 3 here.
That was really nice, but we're going to move on to Clamblitz in Mincemeat Metalworks. This map mode is, by definition, a stalemate. Your match is always going to be a stalemate. We saw it at PAX West, and I feel like whenever I'm playing this in a tournament, it's always a stalemate.
Yeah, it's you turns into like a who gets a pick, who missteps, or who makes the riskier play with a special and gets more out of it. It really is a map where you're just waiting for one thing to go wrong that you can capitalize on, and hopefully the enemy team isn't ready to bounce back and clap back on you for trying to retaliate on them. And it's tense. It can be very, very, very tense here.
Yeah, it can get pretty hectic as we are gonna move on shortly. Just waiting for some players just to check on in. I'm still excited, but also, I'm about a fourth of the way through my drink. I am not regretting what I set out to do, though. I'm seen as a masochist for doing this with one of the most popular weapons in the game right now. But you know what? You gotta make it interesting. You gotta make it interesting. Yeah.
I've almost drank my entire 40-ounce water bottle, so let's go.
Yeah, as we see here coming out, nothing changing on the side of Rising Wave, but on the side of Bet to Destroy X, we're gonna see a Flingza and 2 machines. That is forceps for me.
I think Flingza is the right play here, right? Flingza's a decent weapon, sure, but bringing the rockets is important. You can see we're already farming up the first one right now. It's going to be ready here. Here come the rockets. And if there's anything that's going to get a team to push, that's going to get them to collapse, it's rockets and missiles. Excuse me, they're called Tenta missiles. Sorry, everyone. But y'all know, the missiles come out and someone's going to die. It's tragic. It's a tale as old as time, and all of Splatoon 2 is traumatized from it. But it's going to work, and it's going to push back It's going to push back really, really well. So Rising Wave, I think that's the right play, of course.
Yeah. Tenta missiles are going to allow them to really disperse the opponents, along with two Booyah Bombs and an Ink Fact. That is really good special composition. And coming from somebody who used to play Tenta missiles for 5 years in Splatoon 2, yes, I was part of the problem. I don't think I want to play in Splatoon 3, and I really hope it doesn't get on the Zap 89. But you know what? We can hope. As the Splatter Shot gets picked off by the Splatter Scope there, 2 down on the side of the bet to destroy X. It is not looking good for them. As the Charger is just moving in, 2 down on Rising Wave. They're just trying to suck this guy off as he is going back. But they're just going to blow their load, but it's not going to get anybody. As we are just trying to get back. This Charger is going everywhere.
I know, I like the movement, I appreciate the plays, of course, the counter-sniping too, and I don't know if you noticed, they are running Respawn Punisher, and that's going to allow them to just really keep up the pressure. I think this entire comp was, we want to punish them, and we want to punish them as hard as possible, and get the biggest advantage we can, because this map is, again, look at this push, look at where they're stuck. Like, this is what makes this such a stalemate. It's like, congratulations, you got everything you need, but now you got to make it. The vacuum gets hit by a flank from Azuka. Oh my god, everyone's dead. I have no idea what just happened. The sloshing machine gets the pick there, and there it is. No one scored. Right? All that pressure, all that amazing sniping, no one scored.
Yeah, as we saw there though, you know, the machines put both their Booyah Bombs on the Rainmaker. Not the Rainmaker, I'm sorry, but on that Clam Blitz basket. It was a really good push for them there, but they just couldn't push with that. Enemy missiles are gonna fly once again, dispersing the entire team. And as the machine is going to try to go in, try to pick off this other machine, but the machine is going to booyah on against this other machine. The machine is going to run back from the other machine. The machines are just wanting each other, but the machine is going to get the other machine. As the machine is just running around, there are so many machines.
I heard you like machines. Is this true?
There's so many machines that I could just say over and over. Yeah, there's a machine over there, and a machine over there, and a machine over there. It's just really fun to say.
You know who's a machine? This Fling's a player getting all these rockets where first score is gonna come through as long as they all don't miss. Thank God, that would have been the worst commentator's curse of my life. That is 2 big balls into the net. It's gonna be good for really good for Rising Wave. Have a lead here, hopefully a lead they can hold on to. We've seen them be able to hold a lead for a decent amount of time. This is a great start to a match, of course. So.
As we see the Splatter Shot just trying to get some Trizukas and trying to pick anybody off. Doesn't find anything, but oh, what do we see there? It's a Fizzy Bomb, but what is it from? Is it from a machine? I think it's from a machine, as the Splatter Shot is going to go in and right. Trying to get the flank of the machine, but the machine had a buddy. Who was the buddy? It was another machine. It was 2 machines on one shot, as Titan missiles are going to pick off that one guy. Krak is just alone, as that machine is going to pick them off, along with the Flingza. As the Flingza is going to go in, just trying to throw clams to their buddy to get a super clam, as they're just trying to roll somebody off. It is just hectic here.
I'm curious. First of all, I'm upset at how often you actually had to say machine there, but then also, this is, I mean, you have 1 minute left, and Bet to Destroy hasn't made any big plays, right? Like, when was the last time you saw them, like, wipe, like, 3 players? Other than a score, potentially, like, I haven't seen it. Right now, they're kind of set up, they're poised to make a play. They have the specials, but you have to bait so many of the Booyah Bombs and the missiles, and then, like, hopefully, like, you can use your Ink Fact to good use and get in, but 30 seconds left. I don't see the play happening just yet. Oh, no, what a shot, actually, from, I'm not sure what that name was, because the compression's a little high right now.
Yeah, but as we see, Rising Wave is going to push in here. The Vac is just sucking everybody off while they're getting a bunch of balls into the basket. They got another one ready, going from 60 to 40. They could get someone in here. 2 down on the side of Bet to Destroy X as they're just trying to snipe them off. But can the machines do anything? That's what we really want to know. Can the machines do anything?
No, it's over. The machines, they won.
The machine top one. As the machines take this fair match is 1-2 for the side of Rising Wave. Nice up with machines. Good job, machines.
So, I mean, let's be real though. Rising Wave, they said, let's pick some specials that'll give us some pressure and let us score. And they, in fact, popped their specials and scored. That was really rough. Bet to Destroy got almost nothing started. Like, they had a few super clams, but like, that was it, right? Like, I didn't see, like, they didn't even like get to that point where like they have to win one more fight and they can score. Like, they were shut down every single time. I truly am blown away by that. I mean, great on Rising Wave to, again, sign of life, stay in this one, of course, but that was oppressive. That was a really difficult comp to fight. It might have had something to do with the bucket.
Yeah, it might have to do with the double machine. You know, one machine on the machine, a lot of machines. Started a bit. But yeah, we are getting to our fourth match here. Splat Zones on Mako Mart. Really love this map. What you got to make sure you do here is you want to make sure that your stacks are controlled. Your stack is controlled, the opponent's stack is controlled. If you get stacks, you're gold.
Yeah, it's a very difficult zone to like maintain, I find. So the cleaner your team can hold, and again stay stacked, the better. It's hard because again there's a lot of flanks here. There's a lot of ways up, and it turns into an all-out brawl if you let it, and that'll swing the match in anyone's favor.
As we're getting into our fourth match here now, let's see how many drinks I have to take. There's one. Not really a comp change. They still got the charger, but they do have a machine. They are keeping the fleece at double machine comp. Rising Wave found a comp that really works well for them, as I am going to take 4 more drinks here.
I think the Wavebreaker is the better play here too. I feel like Inkvac, it'll be hard to defend yourself here. One easy flank, right? And your Inkvac could go down in a mode like this. I think Wavebreaker is the play, of course. As well as we have wondrous fun for things like Crab Tanks taking over mid, which I'm very happy to see. I'm such a fan of this special. And but sticking to the flings and sticking to the Booyah Bombs, like that's, I feel like it worked. It worked incredibly well. Maybe don't let up on that.
As both of the machines are down on the side of Rising Waves, they're Bet to Destroy X has got to take control here as they place down a Wavebreaker, trying to disperse the opponents. I would like to point out for Rising Waves comp, they have all their specials. They have one goal: you are not getting in this area. We are going to disperse you crazy.
Yeah, split the team and then don't let them back in. It's a very tried and true strategy, and it's a very good strategy for this map. Again, there's a lot of ways to approach here, but if you get scattered on this map, it feels like you get sent miles away from the objective, and it can be really hard to come back. Bet to Destroy though is had a really nice start there. 44 points. That's a very good way to start it off.
Yeah, but of course Rising Wave has got to make sure that they put on the pressure to try to get back. As the Evader gets picked off, the machine is going to get picked off on the side of Rising Wave. Splash-O-Matic on the side of Bet to Destroy X is going to get picked off. Splattershot is just going to try to make a play here. They have their Trizuka ready. They have a Booyah Bomb ready. They have specials to push in with. But I'm pretty sure what they're trying to do is just trying to get one more at least. As the Trizuka is going to come out here, can they get any picks? No, but they're taking a little pain on zone. Wavebreaker's still on zone as the shot just can't find anything they can do as they're just being pushed back by the Wavebreaker, you know, doing its job.
It's so hard to force an opening when there's that many specials, and also missing all those Trizuka shots was a little rough. Oh, gets a splat on the drive-by though. That's quite nice. Love to see that, but yeah, just they were forced out forever. That's actually a ton of points for Rising Wave. Now sitting pretty in the lead, and a pretty nasty penalty for Bet to Destroy to have to get through right now. Specials are getting close. Hopefully Bet to Destroy can stack them up as quickly as possible. Crab Tank getting ready. This will be good. This will stall for a decent amount of time, actually. This positioning is kind of fantastic for it. You just got to not get picked off the top. But of course, your head's poking out. A good sniper will make a good shot. That's a really good way to get that problem off the map. They're starting to score though, so great time to stop it. Perfect. That play was perfectly done by Rising Wave. What a good shot from the E-Wader player.
Yeah, with Crab Tank, it is really good at just stalling out opponents, but also trying to paint an area super effectively. But you gotta make sure that you don't get picked off by, say, a charger that's just looking at your head being like, that's a real cute head, I'm gonna shoot it. As the machine is just pushing in on that, yeah. The Trizuka, you totally have to Trizuka, like, I don't want to deal with machine today, I'm gonna try to pick you off with Trizuka. It doesn't work. Booyah Bomb is gonna get picked up. They're literally using their special to try to pick each other off. That was is gonna get picked off by somebody else. The Splash is running in.
That felt like turf war at him. That felt like turf war. That was like, oh yeah, you're gonna pull up on me with a Trizuka? I got the whole squad on my side. Booyah Bomb. Like, they're not even on the objective. They're the World of Warcraft term. They're fighting over dirt right now. Like, I'm really happy that's the fight we got to watch. I want to know what was going on there. But Rising Wave again with the lead. Good trade coming out there. And yeah, like this is a big lead. They're gonna hold this 1 minute and 9 seconds though. Of course, Bet to Destroy can come back pretty easily if they can maintain some special control here and not have their Trizuka player get a needless one-on-ones.
It's literally like the Splash just coming in all protecting, sacrificing himself for the shots greater good as we see the machines trying to keep control here, but it's not going to happen. Rising Wave is at 19, so Bet to Destroy X has got to make some plays here. They're using the Booyah Bomb in order to paint the zone, but also making sure to disperse opponents. Wavebreaker coming out on the side, Cannon Missiles. There is a lot going on for Rising Wave. That machine was cut off by Cannon Missiles, getting them really weak and allowing to paint the zone very effectively. But as we see here, the Elite Leader gets the Wavebreaker in mid. Booyah Bomb, that's not going to do anything. As they get a pick, it is just the machine and the Elite Leader. Elite Leader versus machine. But of course the machine is just like, I'm not scared of you, I'm going to go in it, you're gone. And just gets jumps in, is just trying to paint the zone, but I'm pretty sure the E-Leader's buddies are back and ready to get in there. It is 8 seconds left on the clock. Bet to Destroy X has got to do something here, but can they do anything? They got a Booyah Bomb, they got 10 missiles, it is special spam o'clock as the match ends, and Rising Wave ties the score 2-2.
Wow, that was a really fun match. The back and forth there was pretty crazy. But I have to say, I think one of my favorite parts of all of esports is when it's not good for your team to get, like, for two players to go into a random 1v1, not doing the objective. Well, it's usually better for one team than the other, but there's something raw about it, right? Like there's something like I'm going to take you out. Oh yeah, I'm going to take you out. That I live for a little bit of that. There's something really like instinctive, feral about it. I loved it. God, highlight for me.
Yeah, I imagine how the comms would have gone. Was like, the shot is just going about their day. The machine's like, all right, I'm gonna take you out. I got my fizzy bombs. And the try's like, not the try, but the shot's like, oh, that's cute. But I got a Trizuka. I'm gonna use it on you. This is all their shots. And the machine's like, pathetic. But that's, I got this Booyah Bomb.
It was Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like it was like Saturday morning cartoon, like, oh yeah, well I have my Blue Eyes White Dragon.
And that's not it. The Splash just comes out of left field and just decks the machine before getting a trade with them too. And the shot is just left there like, what just happened?
Man, I love it. I love video games. They're so great. But hopefully a little more focus on the objective this time for your team, because it's tied up. It's 2-2. This is the big one. This is the important one.
Yeah, as we are going to tower control Surgeon Shipyard, for these E-Leaders and Chargers, of course the snipe is going to be a really good place for them, but it's also but it's also a good place to push for like machines trying to push up and trying to push objectives from like right over there and try to just like push them from the right side. A lot of pushing has got to be done here. We are going to get a 6 match too, and I don't think my drink is going to last. As we go into our next match here, what do we got here? No change on the side of Rising Wave, but I'm sorry, Bet to Destroy X, my bad. But Rising Wave, of course, still has that comp. I think I'm about to finish my drink here.
Yeah, again, it's working, right? Even it's doing wonders for them. It's giving them plays. However, we're back to tower control where they lost before, and pretty substantially too. So I'm hoping to see that this works out well. I also wonder if any of these are comfort weapons, right? Like maybe they were trying something out that they want to like get ready for Big House or something like that, and then or for any other kind of tournament, right? And then just trying to do something new here. Crab Tank going to town though right now, doing some serious work in this mid. Can we pick up another one? We can. Excellent play. There's the tower and some pretty decent control right now for Bet to Destroy.
Yeah, as we see here, the machine is trying to keep control left, as of course shots just, not the shot, but the Splash is just chilling on right side on the tower. As we see the machine is trying to get a flanking position here, but the E-Leader is keeping watch, making sure they get nothing as they get picked down. E-Leader, again, on that spinner, on that snipe, just trying to make sure they can get some plays off here, as the entirety of Rising Wave are just sitting near their spawn. Second checkpoint is already gotten. They have to make a play here in order to keep going. A minute is, dude, they are 2 down, 8 points left. Rising Wave has got to get their big boy pants on against
No,
just
not like this.
No way.
Oh,
No, you lose down. You lose down. But there's
No,
another.
no, there's more.
No way.
No, my God. No way. Don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. And it was recorded live.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What the heck?
So, for those of you who might be new to Splatoon 3, this is when things go wrong is when you have to finish the fight, make sure no one else can jump in, right? Because you can jump to a teammate for free. So you need to make sure that you clean up fast enough so that no one can jump in and you can attempt a reset. It was not fast enough. It was not enough to stop that. And that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. They just kept coming. It was an endless swarm of bet to destroy sea creatures just swarming the tower, and there was no escape. There was no saving you there. You had to clean that fight up faster, and that's an insane way for that to go.
That was just, oh my God! I just didn't expect it to end that fast. Dang! It's just like a train, like choo choo. We got somebody else going in. Choo choo. Here's somebody else. And I bet if I was in Riding Waves' shoes, I'd be like, there's more of them? What?
Yeah,
Crazy.
no, don't. So remember that for your ranked match, because I'm sure someone's embarrassed. Remember that for your ranked match. Clean it up quickly, because you cannot afford to keep people alive for that long. If they're backing out, that's better than anything, but that is the actual worst case scenario. So I love to see it personally. That was really fun for me. It was really exciting. So Rising Wave, let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can recover mentally from that one, because that's got to be a bit of a blow to your ego.
Yeah, this could be the final match here if Bet to Destroy X takes it, but I would like to see, a 7th match. But we are going on Rainmaker on Hammerhead Bridge. Of course, this is another Rainmaker match where it's just like, the map is already linear, so I don't even have to elaborate. It's just run forward. Yay.
In the great words of Grizzco, do your job. Run forward, do your job. Play what your weapon does well, right? Use your kit to the best of its abilities, and your job is that's all you gotta do. There's no funny script here. But now that we've said it, I'm sure we'll see some shenanigans of some kind, which is what I'm hoping for.
Oh yeah, no, I love the shenanigans. If we get more shenanigans, then I am living as we get into our 6th match here. If there's anybody with machines or tenant missiles, I can't drink to it anymore. I don't have no more drink. But we are going to see a little bit of a comp change on the side of Rising Wave. They swapped out one of their machines for a gal. On this map here, the splash wall is going to prove to be very beneficial because, again, it is a really linear map, so locking out some of the areas with the splash wall while also painting to go ahead is going to be really well. As we see, Tenement was already out in the first 15 seconds. Okay, they're already painting for another. They don't want the enemy team to live. They want missiles, missiles, missiles.
They're just hoping the dev team's watching this match. They're just they're doing the missile strat. Oh, they saw someone there. Oh, are they gonna get a pick? No! What a play to play close there. Excellent work from Trick. What a great shot with the sloshing machine. Yeah, you can swing wide there, or you can swing tight, but tight was definitely not what the roller player was expecting. Ink Zuka trade, unfortunately, doesn't get all the shots off. 52 Gal putting in that work and going for another one. 52 Gal is one of those weapons that it starts taking out your team and then it just starts pushing through your whole team. If you let them have enough momentum, look at them strafing on this Ink Vac and they go down as well. There have been so many specials that just haven't gotten any use here.
Yeah, as we see the 52 getting flanked from behind, but is going to get a trade with the Splash-O-Matic as Rising Wave is just pushing up more and more with the Rainmaker, getting it to 31. The best they can do there, I guess, is just push up as the Splash Shot is going to try to see if they can pick anybody off, but that's not going to do it. 2 down the side of Bet to Destroy X as the Splash is just trying to push ahead, see if they can get any picks, but they get picked off as they're just running. Game 7, baby. It is Game 7. It is 3v3. The final match. Game 7. Let's go.
And they clapped back as hard. They clapped back as hard. They were like, bro, that was so cute. We can do you one cuter. They held forward. That was a whole W match. They just walked forward and they took out everyone. Listen, there's compositions, there's specials, there's counterplay, there's metagame, and there's theory. But if you're all dead, What are you gonna do to stop me?
Yeah, like what happened there, I feel like something that wasn't good on the side of Bet to Destroy. As I noticed, they just kept going one by one. The shot went on himself, and then it was the splash, then it was probably the shot again. What they should have done is try to go for something more teamwork, or just try to wait for them to push up to try to get the pick off. But hey, you know, things happen. Either way, they are both even, and they gotta win this match in order to take it.
And that's the worst thing too, right? We all know from playing ranked. Listen, I just got out of B+. I don't play ranked often. I deal with this all the time. But like when you like your team's just trickling in, you're like, no, stop, please stop. There does hit a point where you have to, right? Like when you're pushed up against far enough that it's like we have to stall for time. We have to play for picks. We have to just play out of our mind and get this last splat and hopefully stop the pressure in its tracks. But it was the fact that that push started from mid. It was just a few missiles later, a 52 gal pushes forward, and everyone went down. That was just so impressive about that, right? It got to that bad point, but it's nuts to think about. And I wonder what the comp's going to be here. No change from Bet to Destroy. Feeling confident. Yeah, you know what? With the confidence of the way Rising Wave just played, you keep that 52 gal right in their hands. Morsa, I believe. That is, yeah, just keep them on that weapon. There's no reason to change.
Yeah, as we are on something like Eeltail Alley, oh my god, it's been 10 seconds and we have 10 missiles. Stop!
It's so fast! Yo, that any percent was sick.
Oh my god, they're at like 60% for another missile. They gotta pick with the missiles too. They already have missiles. It's been 25 seconds. Stop!
Sakurai, fix your game. What is this? There's no way.
No god, no god.
There's no way. No, not again. No. There's no Splatoon 3 thing I've ever seen in my life. The tens of missiles spam into instant communication error. I can't believe what I just saw.
What is unnerving?
Ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems, Splatoon 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, flings a roller.
This is comical thing I've ever seen in my life.
What is going on tonight? Just the most scripted stuff is happening. It's like we watch a fling to farm for 10 missiles for like 30 seconds and then it DC.
The Nintendo Switch's netcode unfortunately can only handle a certain amount of missiles per minute, and we exceeded that, and so the game instantly terminates because it is worried about the safety of every Nintendo Switch in the room, which I understand. So, wow.
They should introduce a new feature where if a match has more than like one missile user on either team, or if the missile user has like a bunch of special charge up, then the game automatically DCs so that you get to keep your sanity.
Okay, so we are hearing from our lovely stream runner Wolf that was a spectator DC, unfortunately. So the match is going on. I want to know how many missiles are fired at the end of that. Somebody better tell me. But that's so unfortunate. But I hope, chat, you guys really enjoyed that. This is the last match, unfortunately.
Oh wait.
Wait.
We're in. They did the thing where you press the buttons and they stop the match. So we are getting back in there.
Wait. No, never mind. We get to see more Tensa missiles. I'm so excited. No, I'm not.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's see if they change their comps. Oh, okay, that's the same. Of course, they got the ink back, of course, like usual, and
Okay, yeah. Good. Yeah. No foul play here.
Yeah, no foul play. Of course, if you have anything like a DC, it is just you got to do the gentleman's code.
Look at that number. Look at that number.
No,
and then look at that number. 11. It was like 11 and a half seconds. It was so fast.
The Flingza has not even left their base yet. They are still at spawn, painting for missiles. They're almost at it.
This is the turf war meta that people want.
Oh my god, we have another missile, and they're firing it again. I hate it here. But as we see, the Booyah of the machine is getting picked off here by Nick with their machine. As they're trying to push in here, they gotta play really effectively, because again, for both these teams, this is the match to win. But as we see, there's going to be a trade on the side of both sides. As we see a Booyah Bomb being picked off here, Gal getting picked off. There's a lot of things happening. 2 down on the side of Rising Wave. There is a Charger duel right now, but the one on Rising Wave decided to back up and take their lives with them.
That's such a dangerous game to play too. The sniper war. They were trying to poke out of a. There was a literal pole in the way of the two of them, and they're trying to pick around it. Crazy stuff like that. Morsa with the 52 Gal, of course, on its hair, trying to get that killer whale up. And talking about dispersing enemy teams, right? Like, well, one of the best at doing it, right? You get the front line, you get to cause problems, and then you get to split up the entire team. Love to see that. Oh my god, actually, look at the target priority. I'm so sorry, but that was... Wait, did they get the ball in? They got the ball in, too. Oh my goodness, that was target priority there. Split everyone up and got a simple shot in. They're not going to get any more points, but damn, Morsa, keep doing it.
Yeah, as we see here, the Gal tried to push in order to get any more clams, but it was just too late. They were mostly going to get it picked off here. Yep, there they go. As the shot is already trying to push up, but sees the flings that some of them just got point censored from the E-Leader's Ink Mine, as the shot is just shredding for a Trizuka as they try to get their free shots here. Are they going to get anybody, though? They got one! They got the machine! That's pretty good for them on their side. That's a machine down. 2 down on the side of Rising Wave. Flings it there, just trying to keep an aggressive position, but is it going to be enough as they are halfway to another Trizuka? Gal sitting in the splash wall, 10 missiles.
Another one. We're at 5, I think, or 4.
Oh my god, we are.
I think we're at 5, maybe 6 10 missiles. I need to know. I'll need to check afterwards. And it's so hard. Again, how do you break this line? Rising Wave did such a good job with this before, and now we're going to just see it again.
Yeah, as the E-Leader looks at one of them, just like, hey, there's somebody over there. Gone. As the E-Leader is keeping a control of Brights, actually drops down trying to take a more aggressive position in mid as they almost got their wave breaker ready with their buddies. Get sniped by the Splat Charger as they are going in on bridge. See that they have a perfect opportunity here, and they're going to throw it in. Are they going to use their special here? Yes, they are getting ready to suck some people off as they are going in with the ink back, just trying to make sure that they can protect their team if they're stuck as they blow it out.
And were they able to protect their team, though? Look at that. 41 points. Just the Splat Charger who's going to jump out now. That was a huge play with that. That in fact put in so much work. And again, this map is so straight. It's such a hallway, right? And to be able to get behind that Inkvac player and get a splat with a whole team there is going to be really, really challenging. We got a wave breaker up right now. That's going to hopefully allow Rising Wave to start a push here pretty soon. Sniper's in a great spot. Gets a great pick there. We got some super clams coming in. Power clams. I can't remember the name for anything in this game right now. 10 missiles almost online. 2. That's a lot of players down. And that's actually a really big opening for Rising Wave. They're going to be able to score a ton of points here. But do they have any clams left? 1? 2? 1 more?
There we go. Yeah, that was really good on their side as there are 48 seconds left. 2 down on the side of Rising Wave. As they got it in. They got it to 15. Bet to Destroy X has got to work with a lot here in order to take this win, because they just got the jump there, and that was able to do it with the triple ball. That was really nice for them.
Yeah, and I mean, they got to make as big of a play back, right? And what a shot there. The E-Leader getting a great pick on that. Again, respawn Punisher, that's going to be a little rough. Bet to Destroy has a ball in play right now. They're going to be able to do something, but you only have 15 seconds. You got to get a pick here soon. Crab Tank going up top. I like the top mid play here with Crab Tank. Going to get some pressure. That's a lot of ink. Is it enough? Inkvac? Inkvac could be used here to help them get closer, but they got to get a score.
Yeah, just a bunch of disbursement as it is a wipeout on this Bet to Destroy Eggs. I don't think they're going to get anything here as Rising Wave is just going to try to check that ball with all their might to get it out. And that is GG's. Rising Wave is your sink or the swim or sink 84 champions. Wow.
And coming from what felt like a shutout, right? That was such an impressive set where I felt like Rising Wave got outclassed so fast after watching them do so well. But to recover that well multiple times, mind you, and then being able to clap back so hard after that incredibly fast loss on tower control, this team is a force to be reckoned with. That was really, really fun grand finals. Chat, throw some love, throw some energy towards the teams today. And congratulations to Rising Wave. That was awesome.
Yeah, good stuff from them there. They just decided after that second match, yeah, you know what? Let's change our comp. Let's just be as disbursement as possible, and that just worked out really well for them to take the win there.
And you know, I don't think you could have made a better play. I'm not sure what the better play would have been. And it's up to Bet to Destroy, right? To get sent and get thrown those kinds of plays and be ready to split up, is try to split the enemy team back up and get back together as quick as possible. And they were never really able to do it. Every single time they got a push back together and they were all back in mid, it felt like Rising Wave was right there ready to clap back on them. Well, how many missiles were in that match? Did we get a score screen? That was nuts. The amount of pressure they got out of the Tentacles is crazy, and I really hope someone at Nintendo noticed that because, damn. But I'm thoroughly impressed with their play.
Look, at Big House, there's going to be some Panda Cup people, so maybe they have some type of connection, but I'm not sure. They might just be Panda employees, just sponsored by Nintendo. But we can try our shot. Just try to tell them, please help us.
You know, if you end up on a coffee date with anyone from Nintendo, just bring up Tentamissiles for me. Just bring up a little mention of the DMZ. You heard about these Tentamissiles?
Good first date discussion. Great one. But that is going to do it for the stream tonight. Of course, as people are signing off here, where can people find you, Bowser?
Hey, I'm X45X on Twitch, on Twitter, on TikTok, which blew up, and I'm the reason you have Aerospray problems in your Turf War matches. And I will be at Big House Friday and Saturday. I'm large, I have a cane and some very big hair. I'm pretty easy to find, and I'm so excited to meet so many of you. And NM, where can the people find you?
Of course, you can find me at Ninstar123 on Twitter and Twitch. Of course, I like to keep my personality pretty common for anything else, so you can experience some more sus statements from my streams there too. Yeah, I saw what you guys were saying, and I was intentionally doing that stuff. But I'm also going to be at Big House. Sadly not commentating, but I'm going to be doing some other stuff there too. If you want to meet me, I'm probably going to be wearing some type of shirt, maybe like a gray sweatshirt, Adidas bag, you know, that type of stuff.
Yeah, find the person wearing clothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I should make myself more distinct. I just don't know how to make myself look more distinct. I have a mole on my cheek. That is pretty distinct.
Done.
Easy.
Now
Boom.
You know. Thank you all so much for watching Swimmer Sync 84. And hey, we'll see you all at Big House.
Sayonara.